live. This is Julien Jean-Pierre from the Royal St.Lucian Seamoss Company, and it's another episode of Let's Talk About Seamoss. This week, Sunday, I'm in the warehouse doing some extra work, so you're gonna have to mind the activity while I'm talking because I have to get a lot of orders out. So I got to make some boxes. This is, I guess, what it is, the Seamoss life. And the work never quits. And you just got to keep pressing. 6047. I'm just labeling some boxes before I put the labels on. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. I still think I'm having issues with the comments, not being able to see them. I really got to get that sorted. It's the so far no call. There is a comment, Mike. Did I see it? Yeah, I see Mike's comment. Thanks for the test. I think it's maybe in the one group, the buyers club. But we'll see. Either way, you know what I mean? Sometimes you got to work through these glitches and just keep pressing on. That's the nature of the beast. Today's been a really long day. I've been working all day at the store. I was there from like 12 to 5, and then after the store, I closed up and came down here, and I've been packing Seamoss for the last couple hours. Been watching Kirby do his thing on his live stream. A lot of really great information I was learning from him, mostly about our diets requiring fiber and just how we're how stuff like milk, consuming milk can have an effect on your body, and it's like really not meant for our kind of consumption. We as humans weren't meant to consume animal protein, and it's a leading cause for a lot of the diseases that we have. So if you get a chance, I recommend you go see Kirby. I think it's definitely being posted on his website, which is veganfiber.com. I'll make sure this is the right size. Fair enough. No dairy for you at all, and you love cheese. That must be hard. I know, I'm a big cheese guy too. Although I don't eat cheese a lot unless it's, like sometimes they'll have those charcuterie boards and stuff like that. I'll eat cheese like that. And then maybe like on a burger or something like that. But other than that, I don't really have too much cheese in my diet. I gotta really kind of like calculate my diet and take sort of an inventory of what I'm actually eating, because when I think about it, I don't really know what I eat too much. I definitely know that I eat more fast food than I should be, but that's a lot of it is me doing poor planning and not prepping meals, which I think I'm gonna have to start working on, especially when I'm going to be at the store as much as I want to be. It's going to get expensive, always having takeout. I love how they don't have a microwave there. They just have a toaster oven. So what do you guys want to talk today about Seamoss? Such a wide range topic. I usually like talking about the business of Seamoss. I mean, Seamoss is something that everybody can learn, but understanding the business of Seamoss, it's something that one has to experience in a way, because it's not like every typical industry, especially the industry that most people are in, which is like the business to consumer area, where they are producing products more on a craft level than really on a, because not too many of them are using industrial kitchens and, hiring staff to like produce large quantities, like you don't see anybody having machines that produce the gel, most of them are doing it with blenders and stuff. Do you think too many people sell to where there's too much competition? Absolutely not. I think that this market is so open and so new that it's very difficult for us to really supply or saturate the market. Now, the market might appear saturated to where you're selling and where you're marketing, but one only has to start looking at new areas to sort of pitch their product or promote their product, and they will see that the new markets open up. Good evening, Brown Balding. The mere fact that most people don't even know about Seamoss is sort of like an indication of how unsaturated the market is. Any advice I can give from a business? So much advice. What's up, Rick? What's going on?
What's going on, man? How you doing, bro?
Chilling. Like my new NACA hat.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of these guys?
No.
They do a lot of vitamins and essential oils and stuff like that. I think they're a Canadian company.
You got them in the shop?
Yeah, there's swag everywhere in the shop. So I was like, I'm stealing all the hats and I'm stealing, you know what I mean? Like a fucking Puma hat. Yeah, okay.
So how's your week been going, man?
Week has been going great. It's pretty steady. Had some up and downs, like, with employees and shit. But other than that, no, nothing too bad. Yeah. I mean, it's not even really an employee. It's my cousin. Like, love the guy. But, like, it's been driving me crazy. I try to be quiet. He's the kind of guy, he'll sneak up on me before I know it. He loves playing, like, the ninja. Yeah. How's your week been?
It's been pretty good, man. Really kind of, how you worked on something for so long, and now you kind of at the end of it, so now I can kind of focus on other stuff. It's been a good transition week. Like, I'm really kind of finished a lot of stuff that I was working on prior. So now I'm kind of like, okay, so what's next? I'm kind of really excited.
Well, I seen that you're promoting the ashwagandha pills.
Yes.
Yeah, that's wicked stuff. Yeah, so at the health food store, they have that product. I just started taking it in the last couple of days, and I love it. It's great stuff. You know what I mean?
I started taking the maca first, and I love the maca. But then Crystal got me on the ashwagandha. I've taken it for the last. I was taking it off and on for a while, but then I really started taking it thoroughly. The last, like the capsules wise, probably about the last 2 weeks, which has been good. Like I usually take it in the powder form. I usually mix it with the mac root and the Seamoss, and I just take it in powder with my proteins.
Nice.
I love the ashwagandha.
Yeah.
I've been on your bladder rack too.
Oh yeah. I haven't tried it
That
yet.
gives you a kick. That gives you a nice little kick. Like, I like that.
Wicked. Yeah, it looks like good stuff. I haven't tried it at all. I have to start getting into it more. But I guess one herb at a time. I'll get to it.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna do a couple giveaways this week.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, get some people hyped.
Yeah, like, it's investment. Like, I got a lot of elderberries, so I want to give away some elderberries.
Do like a back to school special, especially with the elderberry. They need it when they're going back to school because, like, especially in like daycares and like preschool, there's so much fucking viruses and shit going on there.
It's the powder form Seamoss that's potent as the gold Seamoss. I would say yes. The reason why I say that is because a lot of times when you're actually taking a gel form, it's really concentrated as far as you're not getting that much as far as Seamoss wise. When you're taking a powder form, you're just getting a little bit more. I wouldn't say it's I would just say it's pretty much neck and neck with it. It just depends on how you like to take your Seamoss, to be honest. It's really preference now. It's like we're giving you choices, we're giving you options, so you can take it in gel form, you can take it in powder form, capsule form, just whatever makes it easier for you. What helps you? Yeah, we just want you to take it. Oh, you sell the gold in gel. All right, so if you sell the gold in gel, one thing I would say is that if you're already doing the Seamoss and the raw Seamoss in gel form, like, I would keep that. I always would actually have powder just as a backup, maybe. And then if you see that powder's working better for you, only thing I would say about the powder that's different than just the raw is that you don't have to. There's no cleaning or anything of that nature. It's pretty much it's there. You can just use it as. Oh, the powder's amazing. You still feel it. I still love my gold raw Seamoss, but the powder's amazing. And it doesn't take that much time to actually. Who was that?
That was Condor's Christmas. Some guy. He asked to join the live, and I was going to like bring him in, but you're in the middle of talking. I'm not going to interrupt you to, you know.
No, he did. Yeah, the powder one. You can go either or. I would just say that. Especially like I love the gold Seamoss powder. Like, that's my favorite right now. Because there's so much you can do. Like, there's so much you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a Seamoss flat rack and burdock root capsules. Yeah, that's a go-to. Like, when people first start off, that's usually what they go to if they want to do capsule form. So that's always good to start off with. Do I do wholesale? I will. I sell it in a pound right now. We can always talk. I would just say that. Like, just depending on how many pounds you're looking for. 1 pound of Seamoss powder goes a long way. I tell people that all the time.
Nice. She's asking you if you sell at wholesale.
Yeah, I definitely will sell wholesale. I do have green Seamoss powder wholesale. Actually, I don't have the wholesale yet. I just have the 1 ounce of the Seamoss powder in green. But if you need it in bulk, I'll make it upon request. I'm just not gonna make a whole bunch of green powder just to sit on. Okay, so gold for me is the best form to remove toxins out your body and remove excess mucus. It's the best way to start. Green is really gonna it's almost like taking chlorophyll as well, because it's really gonna cleanse your body out. It's more of a cleanser. And the gold is more of kind of remove the toxins.
Asa said she saw the video of you making the powder, and said it was really
Yeah,
dope.
yeah, I've been doing that all week because somebody asked me about it, and I'm like, yeah, I can make 32 ounces in less than 5 minutes, and I'm like, and I'm like, okay, I can show you. I'll always be able to show you, and so I'm showing people. Like, and then the thing was that because somebody said that it wasn't real. I was like, bro, I've done it on live, like,
Yeah.
I've done it on live like a couple times, and so I go live again, and so I went live and I showed them right on live, and like 6 minutes and 23 seconds, I actually was slow. I can do it really in less than 3 minutes.
But why would you go through all that trouble to make something that's not real so that they can do it and they can't make it?
But see, the thing is, like, I kind of know the game, and I'm ready for it though. Like,
excuse me.
There you go.
Thank you.
So, like, I put all this stuff up because I know that somebody's going to do it right after me. But I just like to videotape that I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, somebody might have seen a live that we did a month or so ago when I did.
Yeah. Well, at least now it's recorded, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and, I keep on hearing people say they're the first to do this, and first to do that, and first to do this, and first to do that. And I'm like, okay. I just need to document what I'm doing. So
yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm the first to do it. I'm like, if it's documented that this is what I'm doing, then it's like I love experimenting with Seamoss. I got some other stuff I'm about. I actually I'm working on the fruit infused with the powder right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's easier to do.
That's true, and it kind of lasts longer, especially if you do it, you know what I mean, like by dose,
Okay. The elderberry with like mint gummies, perfect. Yeah, you know what? I'll do that this week. I'll actually do a how to make elderberry because I've been making elderberry for the last week or so I can do that.
Nice.
Yeah. See, so normally with my powder, I don't turn it into gel. I usually keep it as powder, and then I use it just like you would use your gel products. I put it in smoothies, teas, coffees, all those other good things. However, for people that actually sell Seamoss and sell gel, I wanted to show a quicker way of actually making your gel, because a lot of times it's taking people a long time. It's consuming a lot of your day to actually make a couple jars of gel, and I want to show you how to do it real quick.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a definitely
that's
good.
the basis of it. We're trying to eliminate a lot of time that you're spending on making gel. If you can make it in less than 5 minutes, if you can see $400 in an hour's time and not really have to do anything, that's what we're trying to accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can finish all your orders in an hour's time.
Yeah, that's perfect. And that's the thing.
With very little cleanup, that's the best thing about it.
Yeah, time's money.
Hey, somebody asked if any of those are his.
What?
The kid asked if any of those are his.
Probably. Tell me the order number. Some of them were supposed to go out on Friday and they didn't. I'm a little upset. My cousin forgot to call the UPS. But he begs me to fucking train him how to do it, and then drops the ball and doesn't do it.
Okay. The crazy thing is, I don't even sell gels. So they asked how much we sell a 16-ounce gel for. I don't even sell gel. I just make it all day long. I experiment, just to actually help people I deal with as far as I won't even say my customers because they're actually business owners. So people I do business with that actually sell Seamoss. So my job is, I'm like customer service. I'm trying to make their job a lot easier. doing their job as far as getting you guys out the Seamoss, getting you guys out the gel. My job is to be behind the scenes and making sure their jobs are like easier. Make sure they don't need Seamoss. Make sure if they need powder, they don't need powder anymore. Just pretty much any product that they need to sell. I won't say myself. I would say myself, Julien, and a few others are actually working behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, how many jars can you get from a pound of powder? Okay, so 16-ounce jars, at the lowest, you're going to get 32. You might end up getting 40 pounds. And those are 16-ounce jars. So I know right now with 1 ounce, I make 32 ounces of gel. And that's 2 16 ounces. That's with 1 ounce. And so you just pretty much times that by 16. 16 ounces in a pound. That's 32. And really, every time I do it, I'm actually getting 36 to 38. And they're really strong. Like, matter of fact, I can go to this. Hold on.
Well, everybody's wanting powder.
So when I did a multi on live the other day, and so I made these two right here. So this is 32 right there, and this is actually probably about another 6 ounces.
Yeah.
I did that on live. So like, and this is normal. Like this is just putting. It's really easy. I put 32 ounces of water in, and just pour the Seamoss right on top.
Yeah.
So I know I need to make 30 pounds of gel, but 32 ounces of water in there, I put Seamoss down. I just sprinkle Seamoss right on top. Let it blend for like a good minute and a half to 2 minutes, and we're good.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts expanding. So I'll kind of break it down on why to use warm water. And you can, a lot of people actually know this from actually soaking their Seamoss. Now, once you wash your Seamoss and you soak it, you're actually about to make it into gel. Notice that if you actually soak it in warm water or lukewarm water, that it actually expands a lot faster than if you soak it in cold water if you put it in the refrigerator while you're soaking it. If you want to actually expand more, just put it in warm water. Put it in warm water is gonna expand a lot faster because Yukimakatani is actually a warm water Seamoss. So anytime you put it in warm water, it's gonna start to expand. So we put the Seamoss we put the Seamoss powder in warm water so it starts to pretty much go back to its form as quickly as possible. Because we just pretty much broke it down to all powder. But once you actually put it into some warm water, it's going to try to form back into Seamoss again.
Yeah.
Into its original form.
Yeah.
So, and I always ask people look at that and then look at what it's doing to your body. It's doing the exact same thing in your body. So once it gets into your body, it's pretty much connected to what it needs to connect to, and it's going to start to grow, and that's why we have to tell the effects that we're feeling.
Interesting analogy on that. Yeah. Does the powder form taste more oceany versus gel blended with lime?
So the powder form don't taste like anything really. It just it has like a light aftertaste, like a sea salt.
Yeah, because you wash it before.
Like really, you can take the powder and put it in your mouth and go like that, and then you just. One thing I don't like about doing that, it just gets stuck in my teeth in the back, like all the way in the teeth. So I'm all day long I can taste powder.
Yeah.
In the back, and that's what I don't like. But other than that, like I can just put it in my mouth and just with some water and take it real quick.
Wow.
Yes, hold on, I'm about to show you something. So I did something early. So this is my next experiment. So I did this about a couple hours ago. I actually got a lot of it out of it, but I did a peach, cinnamon, wanted to use dates. I think it would better if I use dates and the powder. But see, this was like, man, baby already solidified. So this was like 2 hours ago. So this is
that's quick.
Seamoss powder. This is peach. I put some cinnamon, some nutmeg just to give it a little taste like a peach. And a little agave. Now I feel if I would use dates, I would even got it even better. But you know, it still locks up, like you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
And, okay, so this is another thing. I'm gonna show you how much. And this is crazy. This is what kind of gets me. I think I want to taste it to see how good they are. I need a taste. So I actually did about 2 ounces and got 70. Matter of fact, okay, so these are all 16-ounce jars. So I got 3 16-ounce jars, and then pretty much I think about 30 to 30 something else out of this big jar right here.
Mm-hmm.
And that was with, okay, so I'm gonna tell you what I used too. I used 3 peaches and water and Seamoss powder.
And
got this many jars.
Did you use agave or honey? Agave, okay.
And so I'm about to taste this, and I'm gonna tell you the truth on what it tastes like. If it don't taste it, I'm gonna tell y'all. Let me see what it tastes like. All right, so first of all, consistency. So this is what it looks like. So same consistency as what you get. That thing good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is what I would say if I actually would have condensed it and not added as much water, and maybe would have just made. If I would have just made 64 instead of making almost 72, I think it would have been a lot better. It's still good, but I'm not gonna double that. But I think it would have been a lot better. Like I want to eat another. I want to eat some more.
Is it would it be better because the is the flavor of the peach light or
yeah,
what?
The flavor like the flavor of the pizza light.
Yeah.
Like, I want more peach flavor.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing I don't like. Like it's good, but you taste the Seamoss, you know that you're eating Seamoss that's in there. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I think that's all 1 ounce. So all that from 1 ounce of powder.
Mm-hmm. What a bit.
That's quite a bit. And so you see how much like we're doing this on live. It's our lives. So, you know. I'm not gonna show this to you more time.
Yeah, they either get it or they don't.
See, I love the green apples. I use I think it's Granny Smith apples, and I can make it taste just like applesauce. Yes, that's my favorite. I did this one just like I kind of somewhat do my apple one. It's amazing. Like I love it. And I haven't did it with the family yet, but I'm probably this one. I promise. I'm gonna experiment on that.
I do organic green apple. It's amazing. Nice.
Yes, I love it. Ooh, I felt that too. Okay. Yeah.
You're gonna be up all night
You know
now.
how I hit you.
Let's hope that you got some work to do tonight, because now you're gonna have this burst of energy.
Yeah, that's matter of fact, you're gonna have to send me that address. Because I'm only gonna make this powder for so long. That's what Oh, you can go to www.powerofseamoss.com.
Yeah, put your link and I'll pin it. Yeah, you can't be kind of doing this forever. Only because.
You know I was out of business. Hold on, just a second. He said pin it. Hey, he told me to pin it. I'm like, how you pin it?
Yeah, I think I gotta pin it. Yeah.
Let me tell you, I think my favorite though out of the
Yeah.
the multi is great.
Someone was asking earlier about the multi and like, you know, like, is that like the better one and stuff like that?
So this is okay. So this is why I love the powder form too, because I turned the Irish moss, Condus crispus, and the full spectrum Condus crispus, as well as the full spectrum like our multi. So I sprayed them both into a powder. And when I did that, I started to, I tried to compare the differences, and there's not really that big of a difference between them. Besides, I don't know. I think I'm just kind of, I'm in love with multi because I know that I'm getting a lot of everything. Like I like the greenness in there. I love the thing is that the purple for St.Lucian is really similar to the purple from Condus crispus, and they're both really strong, they're both really rich, and when you get them in a powder form, you really still hold on to those nutrients, and you get a lot of that in the multi. So that's what the multi really is. It's like a not as strong as what the purple is, but it's just right underneath it. And I don't know, it just works for me. I always say and that one just kind of sticks to me for some reason. Even when I was taking the gel, it always stuck to me. I do like green in some certain occasions, because I think green actually has a little sweeter taste to me. For some reason, I'm just, like I love Seamoss. Like I've tasted it. I like the way it tastes. Okay, so I would start off with the gold. Definitely start with the gold. Get all the toxins out of them. You can, and with the powder is you can manipulate it. You can actually buy some multi-powder and just start slowly sprinkling it and see how they like it. That's a couple things I do. Like as far as with my kids, I started taking them on the multis, but they would start on the gold, and then I would do a half gold, half multi, and then to the point now they're actually taking most of the multi.
One of my concerns, sorry to interrupt her, about getting anything but the gold is that for a lot of people, the gold and any of the colored sea moss, it's very, it's definitely got more of a sea taste and smell than and it's you can do a lot to get it out of and minimize it, but you're not going to get fully rid of it. At least in my opinion, that is. And so the gold is always easy to introduce people, and then when you get them on a sort of system and they're used to that, then you can introduce them to the purple, especially for seniors.
Exactly right about that.
Yeah.
And really, you know what? To be honest with you, that it probably is in became so used to the powder that I really don't taste it. However, that she actually had to take it with elderberry because she said when she first took it by itself, it was strong. It went straight to her head. She said it was strong. She said she takes it with elderberry and it soothes the effects. I thought, okay, that's cool. So that's another thing I got out. That powder hits.
Boom.
Let me put this back. This is good. I would say again, if anybody's in Atlanta and wants some, like I always tell somebody, if you're in Atlanta and you want some free Seamoss, just DM me. There's a whole bunch of stuff on my refrigerator right now that you can get picked up. If you really want to try Seamoss and you in Atlanta, just DM me. I got a lot of it in my refrigerator that I make almost every day. After about a week, I clear it out. So if you want it, it's always there. If you want to try something, it's always there. I'll meet up with you. I'll hand it off to you. I just want anybody possible to try to see those. Just stuff. Especially all the experiment I'll be doing.
Yeah, you get to try you're like a beta tester. You get to firsthand try what the stuff's like. Because you can't test it all. And sometimes to get a real gauge on the effects, you need to have people that have never tried, that aren't consuming it a lot, to try it.
Because sometimes, to be truthful, sometimes I still think my gel is too potent. I think that is just potent. Because it be hitting. And nobody, and especially with the, perfect. Yes, if I don't, you know what? If you need a pound of bow tie, I probably don't have it on there. Just order 2 pounds of gold and put in the notes. I need 1 bow tie. And I'll send it to you. No instruction.
That's how we do it on the live stream.
Exactly. You get the hookup on the live.
People miss out on this live stream. You know what I mean?
This is probably one of the best. Oh, this is probably one of the best. Matter of fact, I want to plug somebody else that I talked to. I'm not sure if you talked to him. I talked to Jamari this week.
I always talk to Jamari, but I don't think I talked to him this week. But I was watching him doing the live stream earlier today.
Yeah, I was too. Man, he got me focused. So he started talking that currency.
Yeah, the vegan currency and what he's working on in the plan.
Okay, so I'm not going away from it. We older. We 44 years old. I don't know what's going on in the metaverse.
Yeah.
I don't know what NFTs really are like.
Oh, I do.
Speaking to him, it's kind of like, it's kind of like a breath of fresh air. So somebody can kind of relay it. But okay, so what is this again? And kind of break it down to. I was just sitting there listening to him, like, dang. All right, so you on a whole nother different path. This is really interesting. Talking about this next level that he's on.
Yeah.
I was impressed. So I told him I was trying to get him. As a matter of fact, if she gets on this live, I was trying to get him to speak at this vegan convention, this plant-based festival that we have down here. It's the largest plant-based or vegetarian festival. I think he needs to talk about that, especially with his vegan currency.
Yeah, to get it out there so that people know. Because what I was explaining.
I spoke there last year, and so she's my homegirl. I'm trying to, you just try to man, let me see if I can get somebody else to speak this year. I'm not speaking. I'd rather just get a booth.
Yeah, because one of the things when I spoke to him, I told him, once people get and understand the concept of what you're trying to get at, because it is kind of revolutionary. So when people say, vegan currency, they're like, what does that mean? But, it's a, a big form of it is education and awareness and bringing you into being accountable for being, having a better plant-based lifestyle. And so once people understand that and they get it, and these give you the tools to help make it easier for you to access this new world in a sense. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I applaud him, and I support him for what he's trying to do. It's good stuff. Good stuff. My cousin's gonna get so mad because he's gonna come in to work, and I'm gonna have all the work done.
Oh, so you pretty much on a warehouse takeover right now.
Well, you know what it is? I got to make sure the stuff gets done, and it gets done fast, and it gets done right. And what's been happening is he's been trying to kind of like play boss, you know what I mean? And be like deciding what orders go out. And like, are you crazy, bro? You know what people are when they don't get their Seamoss?
Hey, this is a funny thing as well. This week, me and Crystal switched jobs.
Yeah.
For a couple days.
Oh shit.
And so she had to watch Seamoss. Like.
Oh man.
Hey, now, I struggle. I'm daddy daycare, but she's on a whole different level when it comes to mommy mode. And so, I had to be I had to do the same daddy mode that she is in mommy mode. So, that was hard. But typically it takes me 45 minutes to clean Seamoss and get it dehydrated so I can. So, now I'm surprised. Yeah, she said she wanted to make a reel about it because it took her 2.5, maybe 3 hours.
Oh shit.
And it was a mess. Like, it was so messy down there. So.
Like, what you do?
This is my baby right there. I'm going in her kitchen and she don't come.
Yeah.
And so she's in there washing Seamoss. Okay, so this is the thing. It wasn't the goal. It was the conscious Christmas.
Oh, that's a real thick work.
It's the full spectrum consciousness. That is like if I want to put somebody in punishment, that's when I have to wash.
Yeah, that's a lot of work to clean.
Because I'm gonna have you do like 3 pounds. I'm not gonna have you do like a couple ounces. I'm gonna have you do like 3 pounds.
Yeah, that's it's torture. Those are the hardest to clean.
So I was laughing now. Like, this is like it, because I told her I had to be in, it had to be in a 45-minute time. Like, every day 45 minutes. I get 45 minutes to do a job, and I got 15 minutes to transition to the next job. I got 45 minutes for a job, I got 15 minutes to transition to the next job. And my whole day is kind of built like that.
Yeah.
It's like, even when I grind powder, I'm like, okay, I got to do, I try to do 3 pounds of powder in 45 minutes and 15 minutes to clean up and transition and do the next 3 pounds. So I might do that. And that's like 12 hours of my day. And so I everything 45 minutes, 15 minutes to transition. 45 minutes,
wow.
15 minutes transition. Even when I do orders, I try to get orders done in 45 minutes. I might say, okay, I need an hour and a half.
Yeah, they take that is.
I'm trying to get you know how you say I'm working on getting like 3 or 4 hours of orders. I want to do 3 or 4 hours of orders. That's what I know I'm doing. Yeah, cleaning conscious Christmas is the worst.
Sucks.
And besides Rory's.
Yeah, Rory's is pretty clean.
I'm gonna clean Rory's tonight, and this is the great thing about it is the gold, like gold and Rory's, I can actually clean in 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. And it's just like I can clean and load the dehydrator in 30 minutes. But green, multi, purple, and that conscious. Well, green, multi, purple, like all the St.Lucian is not that bad because it's just getting soft. Mm-hmm. Just clearing out the salt.
Yeah.
Like it's really not dirty. Like, and that's the thing you see also. Like it's not dirty at all. Like there's nothing that you have to get out of it. That conscious though. Because what it does is like the little fronds, they stick in the middle. Like you got little little brown cookie stuff that's like stuck in the middle. It's supposed to be like that until you get it wet.
Yeah.
And then when you get it wet, it's just gunk.
Yeah.
So you got to clear that gunk out those creases.
It's a little mushy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to get all the spots.
And you think it's just steam off, and then you start feeling it. It's like, no, this is not.
Yeah, it's just like sea debris, sea guck.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's got nothing but good stuff. Oh yeah, and seashells, dirt,
rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Rocks.
Lots of rocks.
Yeah, I got tons of rocks. I love it. Like, I don't mind it. It's just like, that junk is like. And then this is the worst part about the competition. This is why I was trying to like do it before I just got it, because you don't really so you can't really do that much because it balloons up so much. Like as soon as you wet it starts to balloon up.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can only dehydrate so much at a time because it weighs so light. So 2 pounds is like 2 pounds is like 4 pounds.
Yeah, because it's so fluffy in the volume.
It's so fluffy. So even when I box it up, I had to get different containers because it's just way too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's like indica and sativa. To be honest, that's really what it's like.
Yeah.
Like one's the indica and one's sativa. Like I kind of feeling like St.Lucian, kind of like the indica.
It's the dark shit, the purple.
Yeah, it's like, you know what I'm saying? And then it's sativa. Because indica's packed.
Mm-hmm.
The indica's packed. And the sativa's like light and fluffy, and that's what that is.
That's true. The St.Lucian Seamoss is more dense. That is true.
So how's everybody's business going? Like, I know there gotta be some business out there.
Yeah, man. There's a few people in the group. I wonder how. I know some people have said to me, they're slowing down, but some people are their business is really picking up. I find those that put the most energy into it, the most time, they get the most results. And then the ones that also reinvest in their business. Like I think there's a lot that just continue to just kind of ride what they're doing, and they take their profits and they're not looking at it like, it's kind of like, oh, this is extra money for the weekend or whatever, and they're not like reinvesting in it.
It's just it's a side business. It's a second business.
Yeah.
That's what they're using it for. This is really what this is my life.
Yeah.
I'm a Seamoss business. And that's what I'm doing. So, yeah, I think there's a little bit of both. I think that kind of you're finding out who that is now because it's really getting serious, I think. Right? Everybody knows it's here to stay.
Yeah. Not a fad.
It's more about positioning yourself for your future. So that's what my conversation is. A lot of people been is where you see your future at with Seamoss. Like, is this because this is the perfect time to kind of evaluate it. We're about to go into this next season, and the next season comes really quickly. Now for Seamoss, this season isn't huge because we're healthy, so it's not a huge season for us.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we, and that's what happens with a lot of us is that sometimes around this time, and a lot of people are just now, kids are getting back into school and things of that nature, and they don't have time to worry about health. They forget about it.
Mm-hmm. Now's the time they need to think about it, though, especially going back to school.
Exactly. So
Really, the viruses, and the runny noses.
they just don't like. They're running around too much. And I'm going off experience. I'm seeing these people, but now, like, this is what I tell people: it's elderberry season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's elderberry season. If you're not getting elderberry right now, if you're not transitioning for that situation, because now I see where it's getting to be like 70 degrees at nighttime. When it used to be 85 degrees just about a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So that transition curve, that September is about to hit real fast.
Yep. You got to be ready with that immune system.
Okay, so you said I sell gel out of the store. So is it at your store, or is it just a store that you've actually been able to set your gel up at?
I think it's maybe a local store. Let's see if they want to come on and talk.
Yeah, especially.
Because Brown Bell Blanding said, I don't know. I know I've had a dry spell. This is Rita. And then Relish said, I sell a Vigil store, but need to start a website and IG of my brand. It's a local store that he sells out of.
Oh, it's a local store. Okay, so that's a perfect way to start out. But yeah, definitely, like that's what you want to do. You actually want to set yourself up a website, set yourself up IG. Okay, so before you do that, this is what I always tell people. So before you do that, this is what I would suggest that you do. And this is what I suggest to everybody. Make sure you get your LLC first. Set yourself up a business. And then once you do that, then we start looking into, like I always say, to the website and the IG, have yourself a business, like have the LLC set up, because that's all the stuff they're gonna ask you when you get your website. A lot of times, you're gonna have all that information ready to go. If you need help with any of that, I'm always available. Just hit me up. Like I always drop a message. I love helping people with websites. I'm not good at IG. My IG game is kind of flat.
Yeah.
I'm learning it.
But I think, the website's not too hard if you go with something like the Shopify.
LLC, perfect. He said they already had the LLC. Oh.
16 by 12.
Okay, you know what? I might give you guys and I tried these people out, and I actually bought a few websites from them, and I may try to buy a website and then turn it into a Seamoss website. It's called Ecom. Hey, what's going on, y'all? What's going on with you, man? How you doing, bro? I'm doing all right. Yeah, man, my son, man, he's going to bed. I had to put him to bed, so I had to decline the first one. So,
that's all right. No problem. We get it.
We definitely do it with that.
Yeah, man. Family first.
I've been making it for like maybe a year or two. But then like people was like, my gels was pretty good, so and then they wanted some, so I just pretty much started selling it from there. And that's how pretty much I got started, you know what I mean? Yeah, so it just started out as something you were doing just for yourself, and then kind of kicked off after that. Yeah, I was trying to get my son to take it, you know what I mean? He was at daycare and stuff like that. And, I was like, man, I need something for him, you know what I'm saying, to take, vitamins and minerals that's natural and stuff like that. Yeah. So, and then it was like, I needed kind of like applesauce consistency and stuff like that. So I started doing it that way. And that's how the game really started rolling for me, you know what I'm saying? So, and where you located at?
I'm in Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay, I can tell. That's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, definitely get you especially if you see that it's hitting in the city. If it's going in the city, I kind of know it's going in the city, but if it's going in the city,
it's going. Like I said, I got mine in the shop right now, right? And I probably do I'm doing maybe 12 jars a week. I'm not going super hard, just to test the market, see who's buying. I do infused, I do original, just experiment. You know what I'm saying? And then I got people that buy directly from me, and I keep them updated on what I'm doing. Some people, they enjoy my experiments. You feel me? Just like what you be doing. And they were like, shit, I'm a guinea pig, so whatever you do, you know what I'm saying, just let me know. I need my Seamoss, you know what I'm saying? So
that's what
right. So, but yes, I'm still trying to figure out the website and Instagram page. My wife, she's a doula, so she's been pretty much promoting Seamoss to them, you know what I'm saying, all the pregnant ladies and stuff like that. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah, just going from there, man. So, any what'd you say?
Yeah. Now, what's the name of the LLC? What's the name of the business?
Mo's Potion.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, have you came up with a logo yet?
Yeah, I got a logo. It's basically me. Hold on, let me see if I.
So what's stopping you with the Instagram page? That's all you need.
Man, it's just the work. You know what I'm saying?
The work.
I'm the only one making the drawers, so it's just you know what I'm saying? Damn, I don't want to be overwhelmed with all the people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to figure that part out.
Oh, you mean if you got too many orders, or the work to set it up?
No. Just the work of when the work comes in from the customers.
Yeah.
They're gonna be coming.
Yeah, they're gonna come.
You have the fear of success.
Yes. Yeah.
It's what do I do if this gets too big for me?
It's like that.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, and I know it sounds kind of this, that, but God would never give it to you if you're not ready for it. So you should just go. You should just go for it, and whatever problems you think are going to happen, He's going to figure out a way to solve those problems or you're going to figure out a way to do it before it becomes too catastrophic. We don't realize how much time we actually have until we really push ourselves to see how much time we really have.
Right. Yeah. You know how many people are looking for you right now in Kansas City?
Yeah, I know. You know what I mean? Somebody posted my stuff the other day on Instagram, but they tagged the store that they bought it at, which is fine. But you know what I'm saying? It kind of did something to me now. People really buying it, and you know what I'm saying, and promoting it like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? This is hard. This is new.
Right.
This is new for a lot of people. They like seeing what's going on right now. They like seeing that health is being promoted.
Right.
And it's easy to find. A lot of times it's hard to find because we think that nobody wants it, and so we just kind of keep it to ourselves. We think, I know nobody wants the Seamoss gel, but if it's good, your Seamoss gel is good. And then people call you back. Especially if you're able to experiment and they're still taking it, that means that it's good. You doing experiments, that's when it's good. So
right.
When that being said, that means that more people need to they trying to find you.
Right.
You have to put the IG up. You have to put the IG.
Yeah, it was a lady that called me from Long Beach. She was here visiting her daughter and stuff. She was like, my daughter put me up on your Seamoss and stuff, and She was like, I had a jar, but I think it was going bad. But she was like, I just want yours because it didn't have no taste, food, like, you know what I'm saying, no fishy taste or nothing like that. And, you know, I was like, man, like if I could, you know what I'm saying, like mail you something out there. But you know, as far as the infused flavors, you know how that go. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get the longevity of those jars to last. Sometimes they don't last that long, especially with the heat and transportation and stuff like that. So
yeah, definitely understand that. Okay, so this is how I always look at it. I see a city that you're in. Your city actually has a nice population.
Yep.
You don't even need that much of the population for this to be a full-time situation.
Well, this is what I'm thinking is like, bro, you're worried about success. This success could like mean you quitting your job. And would you be okay working 5 hours a day making gel?
Hey, if that's all I had to do, then I would do it. You know what I'm saying? Like 5 hours a day.
Well, how much? Well, think about this. Let's look at it mathematically. How much hours are? Yeah.
Pretty much $20 a jar.
$20 a jar. And how many jars you doing right now?
About 12 jars a week.
What's the size of the jar?
16.
Yeah, that's good.
So pretty much right now, just on a humbug, you're making $1,000 a month.
Yep.
So what makes you? What's stopping you from making 35?
And well, let's look at it this.
Like what's your number?
Hang on.
What's the number that you're trying to get?
Yeah.
What's your monthly number? What's that number that says, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do?
Like if you,
I gotta sit down and figure that part out.
Like, okay, well, let's say this.
Okay. So
if you had 6.
So what I'm guessing is that this situation is kind of gone out of nowhere, and now you're trying to grasp what's going on, and is this going to be something that could lead to something bigger in the future?
True. Yeah.
Well, here's I have a question. How many hours are you spending? How many hours are you spending a week to make that $1,000?
You mean for the month though? It's for the month.
Yeah. Okay. How many hours a month are you spending?
Not that many.
Like what?
Maybe
10 hours?
If anything, it might be a total of 8 out the month.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so think about this way.
You see the numbers? See, I'm a numbers person.
Yeah.
I'm a big numbers person. And so I'm looking at the numbers. And I'm like, okay, you playing with it and making $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you're playing with it and making $1,000. And really, probably, out of that $1,000, you probably spending what? 100, 150?
Yeah, I ain't spending that much. I ain't gonna lie.
Like, okay, so how many times do you get that scenario when you got something that you say, okay, I can spend like $100, $150. I'm gonna hit 1,000 without worrying about it. Like, see, my whole thing is that you can probably that same thing that you do in a month, you can do in a week's time, and it would be easy for you. Because right now, once you add an IG, that's gonna double it right there, just in your area. Once you add a Google My Business, then that actually adds a couple more on there. Once you add the website,
right?
And then guess what? This is the thing though. You only selling one item. You only selling gel.
Yeah.
Just say, okay, let me go ahead and get some capsules. I'm just gonna sell some capsules off to the side because now I got some. Oh, let me get some elderberry. Let me get some. You know, you have other things that you can start adding to them. Oh, let me make an elderberry syrup. Well, they like this. I can make an elderberry syrup now. Right. So what it is, only thing you're doing is you're adding to your cart. Like, that's the biggest thing about it. Like, you can get them to buy gel, but get them to buy gel and elderberry.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So now you got a customer that's what they want. You might get them to buy elderberry, a gel, and they might want some lemonades. You know, and they come for the lemonades every week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was looking into that too. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Seamoss lemonades or like like the fresh squeezed juice and stuff
Huge.
like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my mind be going crazy. So that's the other thing too. Like, my mind moves fast. I'm like, oh yeah, I need pills. I need raw. I need this. I need like a whole, you know, whatever. So my mind be moving that fast, but I be getting overwhelmed sometimes because it moves.
So, okay, so this is what happened, and I'm knowing Julien because this is what happened with the overwhelming. Me and Julien and gentlemen like us, we work with your overwhelming. Like, we know exactly what you're running into. Like, your job really is to focus on that gel that you're selling.
Right.
Like, gentlemen like me and Julien, we kind of go in and we make sure you always have your Seamoss. Right. And if you say, okay, we want to expand into other things, like Julien right now, he actually has his own health store. So if you want to start saying, okay, well, I want to expand into other products as far as, let me do this, you know, that's where the expansion comes in. Like, in all these things, you shouldn't be having to work because your primary situation is making sure that you're making sure. Am I correct? So everything else should be okay. Let me go ahead and, like, I actually have people that actually have wholesale capsules. So let me go ahead and buy these wholesale capsules. Let me go ahead and buy this wholesale powder. Let me go ahead and buy some wholesale soursop leaves. Let me go buy some wholesale elderberries. And then I can just add that. And all that is just adding to your cart. Bottom line, the only thing you really want to do is add to your cart at the end of the day. Like, your primary thing is your gel.
Right.
You make your money off your gel. Your gel is your bread and butter. But then that extra money, that extra added card that frequently walk with, that they get us on, which they always get me on. I'm always on that. Like, you start adding mackerel, ashwagandha, all these different herbs that you can start adding to it. Now you actually really have a business that's prospering in your community. Next thing you know, you got a store. That same store, like, you got a store right next to the store that you're just selling out.
And
it only takes a year.
Yeah. Here's another play I also want to point out to you. I was doing some math while you guys were talking. So based on the 8 hours a day, making 8 hours in the month, making $1,000, in order to say make 6,000, right? That would be 6 times 8. So that's 48 hours in that, you know what I mean, in the month. You could take that 6,000, take 2,000 out of that, right? And pay someone, or it's not even 2,000, it would be less. Pay someone, say, $25 an hour. Is that a lot? What would you pay someone an hour out there? What's a good wage?
I mean, it just depends, you know what I'm saying, for what you saying, to make the gel?
Yeah, to make the gel, to put it in the jars, to put the labels on the jars, to kind of do all the sort of like mechanicals so that you could just focus on mostly selling, and maybe doing some of the selling too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if let's say it's $20 an hour, you can get like one person, you can get 100 hours out of that person. Because if you took $2,000, you know what I mean? But if you did it like the 48 that it takes you to do all that work, and you did it by 20, that's $960. So you could take 1,000 out of that 6,000, pay someone to do the same work that you're doing, which would be about 20, maybe even pay them 25, and you keep the 5,000 for yourself.
I have to look into it.
So this is how you got to think about it. Because see, earlier you were saying, I don't know, I don't have the time. If you structure your business this way, you made the time. You got to think out of the box. Anything's possible.
Right.
You know what I mean? Until it's proven that it's not possible. And then even then, it's not even the case, because how you apply something is different to how I apply something. So even if it's not possible for me, you can make it possible for yourself.
You might think bigger than what, like, you might say, well, let me hire 3 people.
Yep.
And let me start working on sales and marketing and advertising. And really let me push this, because now I got a product. You can show people how to make your product, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you get a couple people that you start looking into marketing and advertising and make sure and get it in your city and doing that groundwork, going to all these vendor spots and really going outside and selling it. Like, just think if you go to a vendor location, you're gonna sell 12 just right there.
Right.
When you set up, you gotta sell 12. I know from experience with everybody I actually deal with. As soon as they set up in the business spot, they selling out. Most of them sell out every time they go. Like they're religiously. That's all they do is try to find where they can set up. They sell out. Seamoss is gonna sell out any flea market spot that actually has any type of traffic. You're gonna sell out.
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna.
Everybody wants to try.
You know what I'm gonna do, low key, and I just haven't had the chance to do it, but I'm ready to do it. Is I'm gonna go hit up G Allen. Is it G Allen or is it the other guy that has the Seamoss lemonade recipe? Is it G Allen? Do you know? I think it is G Allen.
Hey, G Brown.
Yeah. So he's got a recipe. He's selling at $70 for his recipes on his Seamoss lemonades and his teas. I'm gonna pay the $70. I'm gonna pick, I think, 4, maybe 5 teas out of that, and I'm gonna go to a couple of these like Caribbean festival. Like they got this thing called Afrofest coming up in 2 weeks, and I'm just gonna sit outside of the entrance and have a big sign that says "Old Seamoss drinks," and I'm selling them $10 Canadian a drink. You know what I mean? 3 for $20. And just boom it out, and then have my business card and just hand out my card to everybody and be like, yeah, I got Seamoss. You want Seamoss? I got Seamoss. I'm the biggest Seamoss guy around. That's it. Boom, bam. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it sounds like I just need to, focus more on it and step it up, stop playing.
Yeah.
Much,
Yeah.
Yeah, we gonna be on you now.
Yeah.
We on you now. You didn't step on line. You ain't no coming back. Like I'm gonna mess you out of the blue.
Yeah.
I'm working though. I'm working, man. I'm trying to get it together. You see, I had the business cards. It's just working on the IG. It ain't nothing to do it, but I just need to get it done. That's it.
Yeah.
Well,
See, okay, so this, okay, so this is how I look at it. If you on IG, following business, you need to have a business page. Like you need to be connecting with them, like on a business level.
Right.
Because a lot of times I see businesses and I'm clicking quick. Like, okay, so what they got going on? Because I'm trying to connect with somebody that already has a business. Like, if I think that you just got a regular person, like, I know that there's some things that we got to do to kind of get you to where you need to be at. So
right.
It's a different level of commitment. Like, somebody has to LLC. I know, okay, I can, hey, man, let's go. Like, you got the LLC, all right, these are the next steps that you need to do. Somebody that doesn't, I'm gonna walk them through. So it's almost a slow roller, it's almost a slow ride. Like, okay, let's get you your LLC. Okay, so how do you want to start? Where do you want to start at? I know you don't have an LLC, most of the time you don't have a logo. If you don't have a logo, that means it's making. So that's a different ride. Yours, you ready to go.
yeah.
Like, I'm looking at you like, you don't got no business IG, and you got a business card? I don't got business cards.
It takes 5 minutes. It takes 5 minutes to make an IG page. Do you need me to call you tomorrow and I'll make the IG page for you? Would that get the ball growing? Because it's kind of embarrassing for you to say that. Yeah, let's do it.
I'll work on it. I'm my account. I'll just at least put my logo.
Yeah.
This is what we need you to do. We need you to go set your IG account up right now.
Okay.
We're going to be on here till probably about, knowing us, we'll probably be on here till about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I need you to log on, and you're going to follow us, and you're going to come back on with your business IG page.
And we're going to promote it.
All right. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go.
Matter of fact, if you do that, I got something for you after you get done.
Oh, shit.
I'll send you something.
Oh, shit. Homework.
All right. Let me get started and get my page up, man.
All right.
Aw.
See you out.
Yep.
Wicked. I love that. Fucking love that. That makes me feel good inside. You know what I mean? Because he needed that push. You know what I mean? He needed you to push him.
He's gonna go crazy in Kansas City.
Yeah, he's got to realize, but
That's what I want. Like I'm from the Midwest, so
bro.
This is the thing about the Midwest. This is why I kind of get in my heart. Like everybody's close to water. Like Midwest, you gotta get out the mud.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't got you ain't getting a hookup on anything.
No.
You gotta grind. So anytime you're from the Midwest, it's kind of like a special thing. So I know that you got.
Mm-hmm. No, I know it, man. Fuck. And bro, it's not easy sometimes starting a business, you know what I mean? And just trusting, you know what I mean, your instincts and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So I always feel it's important for us to kind of like, you know what I mean, lend that support wherever, like if I've been there, to let people know what it's like. No, the water, there's not sharks in the water, it'll be fine, you're not gonna die. You know what I mean? But he's got so much going for him. Like,
I'm trying to see who else needs for business.
huh?
Who else need an IG page? Who else trying to get a website going?
Yeah, like what are you waiting for? Let's do it.
Yeah.
We're gonna call this Motivational Sundays.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah. Who needs a kick in the
I
ass
really wanna give
to
out
get their
some
business
stuff. So,
going?
you know how I think I really want to give out some stuff. So I'm like, tell me what you need. Tell me what you need some motivation on get. There's a free prize at the end of what you doing.
Oh shit. Santa Claus or Santa McBride. Ricky Claus. Yeah, man. No, man, I'm excited for him if he gets that going, and you know, like you said, he's got the LLC. You know what I mean? And like, bro, he's making $1,000 a month with 8 hours invested.
Just time is money.
That is $1,000. I'm always a math guy, right? Numbers guy.
That's you.
He's making $125 an hour. You know what I mean? $125 an hour. So if he worked, say, a full kind of hour week, he should make $4,375 a week. If he put out his business, you know what I mean, say 35 hours in a week, which is like what, 7 hours a day or whatever. You know what I mean? Times 4.
There's no other business. Like right now that I look at as far as what you can profit, there's no other business like this right now.
Yeah. So, Anointed Scribe says, Julien, do you have Seamoss powder also? No, I don't. I usually just get it from Ricky. Ricky knows what he's doing. He's got the freeze-dried machine and the dehydrator, and he, you know, like, trust the master. Trust the guy that knows what he's doing. I don't have time to be trying to dial in the perfect Seamoss when someone already has it. So, yeah. So I'm not.
But it is Julien Seamoss, though. So
yeah.
Pretty much is.
True. That's a good point. Yeah.
But you kind of start to understand we're all connected.
Yeah. You know, it helps when you can work together and help each other out, man. It makes things so much smoother. You know what I mean? Helps your business grow. And I'm just burning through these orders. I'm excited to kind of finally keep this order.
Tell where else says we take Julien raw Seamoss and make our own powder. Okay. And how you like that powder? That's the best powder you can get, huh?
It is some good Seamoss. Yeah. So blessed. I'm blessed. Very grateful. You know what I mean?
See, that's what I love. I don't know. I'm like, I love the powder now. Okay. You want to drink about that powder.
Ooh.
Try the multi powder. Okay. How much multi do you want to try?
dope and vibration. Our customers love it too. Yeah, it does have a very good energy to it, the CMOS. I think a lot of it too has to do with the people that are like handling it as they're working with the CMOS.
Yes.
You're getting it
Yeah,
from.
it does mean a lot. Like really, whoever is preparing your CMOS,
Hmm.
it makes a difference.
I believe because how do I say it? Like you can leave CMOS. You can like there's ways to dry CMOS. You can just dry CMOS and it'll just dry like whatever. Or you can like monitor and watch it every hour and make sure that it's dried to perfection. You know what I mean? There's a lot of CMOS where I can tell, okay, this guy left it out all day and the sun got too hot and it just fucking, you know what I mean? It's not the same. Not to say it ruined it, but it's just not the same.
Let me see. I do have some multi-powder right here. Like I love this multi. So hold on. I don't even see if you can. It just jumped out. It just jumped out. Let me see if I can turn this around real quick. All right. So this is multi-powder. Like it's even in the jar, you can really still see the purple on it.
It looks like
it's really like lavender.
Yeah, like pink.
Yes.
So our customers would enjoy the multi-powder. I need to learn how to make it.
Okay. So, cool question. How do you make your goat?
5, 4, 8, 6. Chun, chun, chun. Let me invite her, see if she can talk.
No, we actually there's actually like you can get multicolored CMOS. So what you do is you get the full spectrum CMOS, and once you get the full spectrum CMOS, you just kind of like the gold and the green. That's why I want.
Yeah, it's not the same as putting the 3 colors different together. Because even with the multi, a lot of times there's variations of the colors and stuff.
Yeah, this is oh, this is Roy's right here. Roy powder's good too. Roy powder.
Yeah, it's strong.
This is Roy powder.
It's like it looks almost brownish.
Like okay, so this is why I really want a lot of people to see. This is the reason why I love multi so much. So you've seen the color in the multi, but not that much often. But the color of the strongest contrast that you can get. So it's not that like a lot of the minerals that you're getting in the multi for the price of what people are like. Multi is gonna go up sooner or later. It depends on how much you're winning in between. Like if you're wanting multi, I think it's like maybe $17 or $19.99 for an ounce. I forget. Yeah, actually, what I put it at, I think it's under $20. Maybe right about $20. And then, so just so you understand, $20 gets you 2 32-ounce jars. Or what? 2 16-ounce jars. My bad. No. 2 16-ounce jars.
What country is Morocco in?
What's that?
It's an island, Morocco. I don't know. Oh, never mind. Like I'm trying to play. Someone placed an order from Caraco, and so I'm trying to figure out how to print the label for it, and I can't. Like I guess the shipping company that I use, Click Ship, for the labels, they don't have Caraco down as an island, unless it's under like a different. You know what I mean? A different name or something. I'll have to figure it out. It's in South America, the Netherlands. There's a lot of countries that we don't even know. Like, did you know about Caraco? It's a Dutch Caribbean island. Never knew about it. Let's hope I can trade one. I want the ounce of green and multi. And then someone's asking the prices. I think to get the prices, it's best to say, check the website. Because to say, what are your prices? That would take him like an hour to read every price off the web. He's got so many products. I was like,
I try to condense my stuff. So, but still,
you still got a lot of products, bro.
This is a bad thing about it is that I don't even know my prices.
Yeah, it's hard to remember all the prices.
I'll
You know?
be truthful. I had somebody else come in. My Seamoss too high for the raw. I sell 26. Okay, so one question I got about that is, are you delivering it? Are you sending out? Are you in a store? For that's the question. Do you think I'm selling my Seamoss too high? For the raw, I sell it for 26, and for the fruit, I sell for 31, and both are 16-ounce jars. So I understand why you're doing it 26 for 20. I use Cash App. Understandable. Make sure you don't lose that dollar. If you're actually meeting somebody, someplace, I don't think that's a problem.
No.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think it's too much? Do you get repeat customers? Like that'd be the biggest thing, is just making sure that you get your repeat customers. Like if they're not coming back, then that's something that I would definitely be aware of. It's like, okay, well maybe especially for your repeat customers. You know, I know you're showing them love getting $5 off here and there.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad price for what they're charging. 25. Listen, Alexio charges what is it? I think $30 for an 8-ounce jar. You know what I mean? It really comes down to what are you providing with the product. Do you know what I mean?
What ingredients, like you know what ingredients that you're putting in.
Yeah.
So really, a lot of times, like doing the math, you gotta say, okay, well, my ingredients are this, something. Not to mention. Okay, so what I will say, what happened is that it may be a couple different things. It may be a situation that slowed down. Maybe there's somebody else that's in the area that's selling Seamoss. A lot of times people see a slowdown in what their numbers are is because somebody in the area is selling Seamoss and they're kind of, you know what I'm saying, started doing a lot of advertising and trying to boost their thing, especially if it's sold down tremendously.
No, man. Come on. Listen, you know the number one reason why business slows down is because you don't keep trying to get new business. That's the number one reason. And I think that's the first thing you should look at is what are you trying to do to get new business? Because if you think that the same guys are going to keep coming to you every day, all the time, and keep buying off you for the rest of your life, not going to happen.
Well, and then are they friends? Are they people that you already knew? Because the people that you already knew and they're not coming by, maybe it's just the season. To be honest with you, it's the kids are coming back to school. The extra money ain't there like it used to.
Yeah.
So, kind of have to clamp down and maybe get the job right now, maybe not suitable, and they kind of gotta wait.
Also, I find people sometimes take Seamoss in waves. Like, they're not always consistently taking it every day, all the time.
That's another thing. So friends and family. So I'm gonna tell you, it's summertime, and that's what happens. It's like, especially people get busy, and this is about that time. And I always tell people this is about the time of year where you start to do some business auditing. I would say audit your business, see what you need to change up. Like that, I actually went through that for the last 2 weeks, just auditing everything, knowing what I have, seeing what I can change, seeing anything that we can tweak. Coming into this last period, because the last period is going to get slow. Like it's always booming at the beginning of the year. Beginning of the year to about June, July, booming, and then it starts to slow down when people get back outside and then life comes, and then life starts over again, and then you start seeing sicknesses and stuff like that because people been inside, and then they start thinking about Seamoss again. That has been the wave for the last 2 years that I've seen. It always starts off booming once March, April hits, it really starts to boom, and then May hits, and then June starts to slow down, July starts to slow down, August starts to slow down. Now, this year's been a little bit different because it's actually starting to speed up a little bit. For me, I would say, like, normally it would start to slow down right about this time, but now it's starting to pick up even more. And just because I've kind of equipped myself from learning the last 2 years on what I need to do to make sure that I'm able to sustain myself this next 6 months. That's why I'm promoting Power right now, because I know people don't have enough time. And when we're getting into that age, and so the Power is going to help me roll through it for the rest of the year, because everybody's going to not have enough time, and now we're all
Facts.
That typically brings it.
I've been doing it since last June and slowed down May, June this year. Hold on.
Like, and that's just, and that's kind of the, and I'm being honest with you, after season, like, now what it is that, so, do you have any lemonades? Or do you have any juices? Good. And I'm actually kind of breaking it down for kind of how to set yourself up for the next year's coming up. Because what happens is right about now, like, that's the best thing to offer right about now is lemonades or any type of juice that you can offer, because those companies right now are winning. They're winning in the summer. They got the summer on lock. Nice. Like how people drink. And that's what I really seen this summer is it's been the summer of lemonade and juice that's been really, really catching everybody's eye, because you don't want to just sit there and just grab a gel. You rather just take it in the juice form, because you're gonna drink the juice anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cold and it's refreshing and it does a lot for you. And so juices are winning right now. It's juice season. I'm sitting back like I got a homeboy out in Iowa and he's going crazy for juices. Actually, I don't do the juices. And they say I don't do the juices.
I'm gonna do the juices.
All the people I sell to make juices. A lot of people I sell to make juices. That's why I kind of push them into juice. Now it's time to juice. It's like, and a lot of them are making juice from the powder. We try to make it simple. But you know what? I did make a juice this week. See, that's what I'm talking about. Juice that got you through the summer. Like it's really like you gotta set yourself up. Like what's gonna really so what's gonna get you through the fall and winter? Like you gotta get into the elderberry. Like make sure you get an elderberry syrup. Like add an elderberry syrup to your line like ASAP. Like start making elderberry like as soon as possible. Because that's what's coming in. Like and make sure you get purple. This is the season of purple.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm gonna turn y'all on something. This is the season of purple.
The winter.
It's that when that change is about to come. Yep, and that sour sop also. There you see. Now once you start to understand where you need to be at in these certain seasons, then you can kind of start navigating yourself through this Seamoss industry. Like that's the best part about it. Like once you start to be able to navigate, okay, this is the season for elderberry. Let's go ahead and get some sour sop.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, truthfully, my mom, she's an elderberry. She loves elderberry. So older people are gonna always tell us elderberry. That's what they've been taking forever and a day. You mix some elderberry with some echinacea. They love echinacea. As soon as you say echinacea to an old person, like
That's
so,
it.
it's sold. It's sold. You know what I'm saying? Then you just add a little bit of sour sop to it. You got a winning product. Only thing I would tell people about sour sop is that I always tell people don't take it throughout the daytime because sour sop will knock you out.
Yeah, that'll make you really tired.
You know, like you be up and the next thing you know, you take the sour sop and pass out. You like, what happened? Sour sop will knock you out. So that's one thing I would recommend. But yeah, elderberry season. Definitely elderberry the most right now. Sour sop. Things in that nature perfect for this season. Applesauce is good for this season as well because kids are going back to school. And so I always look to see what they can get for somebody. What they can get for their kid. Applesauce is always a good.
Kids love applesauce, man.
Kids love applesauce.
For real. I'm thinking soon though. I'm gonna stop the live stream, save it, and start it again because
I was about to say that.
I know I don't want to lose all this. Yeah, there's some gems on this, and I'm looking at it, and I can tell it's probably going to glitch because usually it's got a time clock, and I'm looking at the time clock, and it's been saying 45 minutes. Like now, I can't even look at the time clock.
All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and stop it. You can save it, and then we'll come back.
Okay, let's do that. I'll do that right now. All right, part 2 coming up. I'm back. Part 2 coming up. Actually, let me put it in this little holder here. We're just waiting for Ricky to come back as we were talking. Filled. It looks like he switched his phone. You switched phones or accounts.
Did I?
Yeah, now you're on. Who is Ricky Ray?
Oh, I stay on this one.
Yeah, man. That was good. We saved that because there was some people earlier in the chat that were asking us to make sure that we saved it because there's so much good information. So I hate to have it delete. Like something in the back of my mind was like, "Save it, motherfucker, save it."
Yeah, because I was looking for one the other day. I was like, man, I don't think we saved that, but I started knowing that one didn't get saved.
Yeah, well, it crashes, and when the app crashes, it sucks. All right, well, what are you gonna do? I don't make it. You know, it's crazy though that like this company could be valued with billions of worth of dollars, and they can't get a live streaming thing done right. It's like even take like $1 million and make it possible. I don't know. But it is what it is. I can't believe I'm almost through all my orders, bro.
I know. I just like, I'm proud of you, bro. You been up here working.
Yeah, just getting through it. Just
It's been
pushing.
productive.
Yeah, just pushing through it. Yeah, I'm almost done, and I can rest assured. And then I'm gonna have to listen to my cousin the next morning. What happened? Where'd all the orders go? You know, it's like fucking they got done, dummy. Like, fuck. Actually, I shouldn't talk so loud. He's likely to like show up. That is like me, eh? Anytime I start like saying some stupid shit about someone, they'll turn around and show up. Be like, what'd you just say about me? Like, ah, fuck. I was just making a joke, buddy. I can't hide from the truth. You know, it's one of the reasons why I'm always so honest and truthful is that the amount of times that God has revealed to me the truth of when people are lying to me, it's almost like it's like I'm not even worried about you finding out. It's what will God do to reveal what's going on, because he'll do it in a way that you'll never know what's really how, you know what I mean? Like you'll find out and never know. I'll never know that you know. You know what I mean? And that's the worst. At least for me, it is.
It's been a good week.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of good experiments with Seamoss this week.
Yeah, what have you been experimenting on?
Well, one I did is actually, so I wanted to see, because I actually have, well, I don't know if I want to put them in capsule form or just keep them in powder form. So I have the Seamoss Macaroon ashwagandha capsule that I made, but I never actually brought it out. And I, like, right now, there's a couple people like, man, when you gonna bring that capsule out? So I'm like, okay. I experimented with that, but then I also, everything I've been turning into a gel. So I took the Seamoss macaroon and ashwagandha and turned it into a gel.
That's something you don't see, you know?
Yeah, because the thing is that Seamoss will lock it up.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the key. As long as you have enough Seamoss in there, it's gonna lock it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wrist action. I show my wrist action one more time. Like, but I didn't graduate from the stove.
You don't even need this stuff.
Because I started off doing it on the stove off there.
Yeah.
So that's how I started off with the powder. I like bad habits.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, I'm not using the stove no more. I was like, I ain't gotta use the stove no more. I said, I just use the stove for the next now.
Yeah.
It's just a show. This is all blender action.
It's just hot water in the blender, and then that's all you need.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Water in the blender. Yeah, so I actually experimented with that. We actually made a lotion this week too. And we let a couple people try out the lotion, and the lotion actually went well.
Oh, nice.
probably is the next thing that will be coming out with it. Yeah, you know, I think what else did I experiment? I made lemonade. I did make another lemonade, but okay, so this is the thing that I really don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So that's not my ballpark. You know, I salute everybody that actually have their own lemonade, because lemonades I make either they look terrible as far as look wise, like because I be trying to use agave and agave is dark, you know, and then your lemonade is dark. And so I'm like, how do they make a lemonade that looks yellow and using like agave and stuff like that? I'm fascinated. You know, I'm really fascinated by this stuff because, you know, I can't do it. Like, I tried all types of different sort of things to get it, but my junk look like swamp water.
Yeah, just like brownie.
It tastes good, but it looks like swamp water. So I'm like, I don't know how they're doing it. I'm like, well, I salute them. Like, whatever they're doing, and people love them. Like, I made one, and I wanted, you know, there may be some people, I may be giving away somebody's secrets right there. Like, I bought some, I think it was like Simply Organics. I don't even know what it was. But it was one of them organic limited. Like, you know, I made I put my Seamoss powder, and I put my hot water, and I took it and put it into a bottle, shook it up, turn into like a little, it's not gel, it's like pretty much Seamoss water. I poured the lemonade on top of it. Shook it up. That lemonade was good. That lemonade was good. I was like, bro, I could come out with this. I was like, is this what they're doing? I'm like, time is money. I was telling them, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm taking this lemonade and mixing it with this butter, and I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna give it to you. That lemonade was good.
It's tasty, yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. You made it with honey and dark. Like, I'm not sure what they're using to actually, like, I don't know if they're cooking. Like you know, you can make it into a simple serve, but even when you make a simple serve with, like, I don't know. Like, I don't. That's why I say I'm doing something wrong. Because I try to make a lemonade. Even when I made the strawberry looked like strawberry swamp water.
Like mud water.
I'm telling you, I tried to do all types of stuff. Man, it was terrible. Like, it looks terrible, but it tastes so good.
Well, you might have to get on G. Allen's recipe book there and get some ideas on what he's. Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I got it.
So then they don't show, like, you should go in the group and ask them, because I think part of your membership, you get into the, like, he adds a lot of additives with that price.
Really, you know what? You know what? And I'm gonna have to apologize to be honest. I ain't been to a group in so long. Like, because I've been experimenting. So I ain't like, and I don't know. I just had been real, like, I tried it, and the one I did with his just wasn't as good as what his is. I'm just gonna be honest. So I just got like, no, I'm good on that. So, like, I left it alone. Hey, I left it alone for real. I was like, you know what, man? They can have it. Like, you know when your recipe ain't good as everybody else's recipe, you just like, hey, man, F that shit, man.
Yeah. Fuck that.
I do a slight temper tantrum.
Yeah.
Like,
started kicking the rocks.
The one that tasted good, the one I got to taste good looked like swamp water. So it's like, there ain't no winning.
Yeah. That's funny. Well, yeah, I think you go and talk to him. Maybe he'll solve the mystery of the swamp water.
I might just sell his.
Would the powder work with cold pressed juice?
Okay, so this is that how I do the powder is if you want it to dissolve so you don't really have the powdery taste at the bottom, you just use hot water and mix it a little bit up. I put like an ounce of hot water at the bottom of it and pour the powder right over it. Usually I have a top on the bottom. I just shake it up, and then I pour any juice I want right over the top of it. That's the best way I can describe to do it because it works every time for me. And then once I put it in the refrigerator, like I have a problem with things like little bitty, like because if you actually use cold water, it's not going to dissolve the sea moss. It's going to be little bitty chunks, like small little chunks of it, and I don't like that. And so I dissolve it in the hot water. The hot water dissolves it and actually makes it pretty much water. And then you just add your cold press right on top of it. Put it in the refrigerator for about 10-15 minutes and drink up.
Bottoms up. Do you think they may be using sativa sugar?
You may be right. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know what they're using, but there's stuff be a lot better than what mine was, man. Cause I'll buy some people's. I'm one of them that I'll secretly order your stuff. Just like
Yeah, you figure it
just
out.
so I can see how it's going, and I buy a few of them and taste them, and you're like, okay, well, but man, there's some lemonades out there that I don't know. I'm not even going to. Somebody got some crack in their lemonade.
They put some addictive shit in it.
Somebody got some crack in their lemonade. I had 2 crack lemonades. I had 2 crack lemonades.
Where you're just like, what? You just killed it. Yeah, man. No, I haven't tried enough lemonades. I need to get out there. Not a lot of people
Okay,
are.
so I'll tell you who one of them is. This lady here, she's in Atlanta. It's Martin Miracle. It's Martin Miracle. I think she's I might have to at her. So I had her lemonade once. Now, I'll tell you another thing. Like, if you're in Atlanta, and this is the reason why I don't make gel. I'm just not tag her anyway. So this is the reason why I don't make gel. Because I was at the warehouse, right? And so she brought by some flavored gel and just blew everything out the water. And then she came out with a lemonade. She got crack in the lemonade. There's something else that's in that lemonade. I don't know what it is. I had it like once or twice. I think I had lemonade on the way to Six Flags.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was taking my kids to Six Flags, and so I started drinking lemonade on the way to Six Flags, right? So on the way to Six Flags, drinking lemonade, my son takes lemonade, and I almost fought my son in the car. Like, we almost fought in the car, and then I almost had to call her because it was supposed to be a sample. She gave me a sample for free, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't want to call her and say, "Hey, my son drank half that."
Yeah. I didn't even
come back and get another one.
Yeah, I didn't even get to
and
taste it.
That I'm on the way to Six Flags, so my kids don't want me to turn around and get lemonade. Cause we just left their house, and so I just picked it up. So that lemonade got crack in it. Her gel might got some form of crack in it too.
Mm-hmm.
So I always say Martin Miracle. So her real name is Cure the Bag Gym, but she actually is the owner of Martin Miracles. So
she's got some secret. Yeah, some secret ingredient in her Seamoss. Some killer addiction. It's probably the same spice McDonald's uses on their burgers to get you addicted. What's up,
What's that?
Seamoss boss? I said it's probably the same shit that McDonald's uses on their burgers to get people addicted. You know?
Yeah.
I invited.
Yeah, so I actually, I tagged her in it, so I added her. So if you ever hear "Secure the Bag Jen," I actually put it in there under Who's Ricky Ray. Go under her and you'll actually find Martin Miracle. I don't think I'm actually following her on as far as Martin Miracle. Let me check. So y'all can actually have that as well.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Alright. So yeah, Martin's Miracles. That's the name now. I don't think she really ships out because she may ship out like close to Atlanta, but if you're close to Atlanta, yeah, she got that junk good. That's junk good. It is. As a matter of fact, I got some frozen in her in the freezer right now because I wanted to freeze dry.
Yeah.
So that's the one like that I want, like if I'm able to get a freeze dried gel, I'm using hers. Like that's my go-to gel. If I get it freeze dried, like if I can take a gel and freeze dry it and turn it into a powder, with hers it's game over.
Yeah. That's it. It'll be a lock in. So I'm looking at some pictures here. Seamoss, 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 and more Seamoss. I love looking at Seamoss. It's like surrounded by this shit. Chun, chun, chun. But I actually might have to leave soon. I don't know exactly when. But
You on daddy duty?
yeah, fuck, man. Like I kind of like.
Yes, sir.
It just bothers me sometimes too, because it's like in some ways she's closer to where my daughter is now than I am. But it's like, oh, because I happen to be out. I have to like, you know what I mean? Like there's no question about, oh, when are you going to be home or what are you going to do? It's like, make sure you pick your child up on the way home. Well, what if I don't come home? Like, what the fuck? Like,
Hey.
I'm working here. You know what I mean? I got orders to do.
You got
Like, you see all those orders? I still have more orders to do. Like, it's crazy. Yeah. Like, I probably have maybe not as much as you just see me now, but probably about half the amount. Because what I had to do was clear all the ones that we had sort of sitting there so that I could see what needs to be reprinted since the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at it. He says it's always a good way to get you home early. That's exactly what it is, man. It's like trying to pull the leash. You know?
I'm not gonna say nothing because Crystal might be watching this live, so
Yeah. I know my wife probably is watching too.
But the thing is that it got so bad in me, I got work from home now.
Oh,
that's how bad I got the trick.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying no more.
There's no sneaking out for you, no nothing. No hanging out with the boys downtown.
Exactly. Y'all flicking the wrist in the condo, and you're not gonna be flicking no wrist in no condo downtown. Like, man.
It is what it is. That is such his life, but I don't know.
Hey, man.
I'm gonna find a way to get to break free at some point. I have to, you know. And it's like, I'm making money. Like, I don't know why you're trying to, like, stop my flow. Two ounces.
Man.
4 ounces. But, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, one night doing powder.
I hate when I run out of the packages. Like, so that when you're picking and you want to, it's like now I have to make up the packages to fill the order.
Yeah, I got so much, bro. I should show you these bags that I got.
You see how you feel generous today? Two lucky people are gonna get double their order of Seamoss because I'm too lazy.
Yeah, I hope we wait for. Hey, I see him. He's back.
He's back.
That's what I've been waiting for.
Yeah, man. Would I get a Seamoss tat? No, I wouldn't get any tat. You know what? I might get a Seamoss tat once I make like 5 million in Seamoss. Then I'll get a Seamoss tat. I'll get it tatted right on my chest.
I'm gonna hold you to that too.
Fuck you.
What's up?
What's going on, man?
I'm finishing my bio now.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, so I'm about to at least get that part up and then start adding y'all here in a second.
Yeah, I'm following you for sure.
This what I'm gonna do.
What'd you say?
Hold on. Just let me make sure I have this. Alright, so make sure you go to Go Seamoss. Don't go to Who's Drinking Right Time. I never checked that DM. But go to Go Seamoss and put your address in there and put all your information in there. I'm gonna send you a pound of powder out for you.
Okay.
Booyah.
And so what that would do is that, like, so right now you're doing your thing with the gel and you actually got the raw food. So now you're gonna have something that you can experiment with, so you can actually say, okay, this is my next step. This is where I'm gonna make my next money. But I'm gonna learn how to use this powder. I got a whole pound of powder work with.
Okay. So I'm trying to see what all this stuff is.
This is,
I appreciate that.
Anytime, bro. That's what, like, it's all you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
You did what you did. So now you got your business page up now. And now that powder I'm about to send you with the raw that you already got, you're about to go crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I do enjoy experimenting, you know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
That's
like, I know that. You gonna give it to your people. They gonna tell you what it is. You gonna know where to go from there. Now you can experiment and really start making. You want to look at some lemonades? Go ahead and experiment with some lemonades. You don't gotta waste your raw.
That's a good point. That's a good point right there. I didn't even think about that.
Just hit me up and let me know, like, if you need some help with it. Like, I'll help you work out the back end on it, just to make sure that you got it the right way. Get you good.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you the origin of like the most potions, right?
Yeah.
So, when COVID first hit, originally I was selling like liquor, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was making little mixed drinks and little pouches and stuff, right? And people was like, man, what you calling it? You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of paying homage to my grandpa. His name is Maurice. And so, they call him Mo.
Yeah.
And my name is Morel. So, I got a little bit of his name too. So that's what Mo's came from. But then I was like, I don't want to feel, you know what I'm saying, like poison per se, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I might as well do something healthy. So I was fortunate to be on the healthier side with the Seamoss. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about the health for me, you know what I mean? Making people feel perfect.
But even with, I was gonna say,
that's a great story.
But even
that's a great story for your brand.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But I was
that's
gonna,
the name of it. That's how I got it, and that's how it started. You know what I mean? So I kept it. You know what I mean? So it's paying homage to my grandpa, but essentially it's to make the community healthier. You know what I mean? I'm not selling no poison for real. So it's all healthy stuff, man.
And you know what? You don't have to just do Seamoss.
Clean up the community.
Yeah. And you don't have to keep it to Seamoss. You can do a whole series of different potions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, even with the lemonade to the juices to like all of that, you know what I mean? Like we got the capsules, like, those are just, it's all in that. Potions, it's all in that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I'm already kind of doing that with my Seamoss now. Like, I brew mine, I brew it in tea, so it's like, it's not, just regular Seamoss.
Okay, so yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you got them, you supposed to be out there. Like, yeah, you got an ID page now, you gotta go crazy. Like, especially if you're doing other stuff, like people around you want that. All you gotta do is just show that you got it. And once they see that you did it, and once they see that is, this is just around the corner, they don't gotta wait 2 days, 3 days, and then have it sent to them, like via USPS or UPS. Like, man, they love it when they can walk up on you and get your product.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, I keep, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta have some. Yeah. Just in case somebody wants something, you gotta have some. I got some condoms right here, big flavor.
Definitely. Yeah, and make sure that you put your business account in the comments too, so everybody can follow.
Yeah. I'll pin it.
Here we go. Maybe it'll pop up.
Did it come?
Uh-oh. There we go. Why they ain't let me?
Yeah. Oh, you got it. Bro, you got the good one too.
Hold on. Did it do that? Did it,
Yeah,
let me see. I think I need to add the S on to it.
Was it MOSPOTION? Is it NS?
Well, let me check, because it came up the first time and then it went away when I selected.
I love the taste of butt juice.
All right, try it. It came up.
Okay, it had the S at the end.
Yeah, so yeah, let me add it. I know what it is, my bad. This is a new page, and
I got it.
I'm spelling it wrong like a newbie.
MOPOTIONS.
Exactly what I am. There it is. Correct. Last one. Perfect. I want to say I appreciate y'all for the advice and everything, man. Putting battery in my back. And my wife, she always be telling me, like, I'll be playing with it. But, you know, it's just frustration sometimes. And just,
you just got to be around people that hold you accountable.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I also liken it to, Ricky? It's like sometimes you know that you're going down this tunnel, this journey, but you don't know what to expect that's going down there, right? And to have someone that's coming back from the tunnel and being like, "Hey, it's fine, it's okay, you're going on the right track." You know what I mean? Continue where you're going and what you're doing.
Like, it's not that bad. It's all good. No,
Yeah.
Like, this stuff is easy.
Yeah, you're not gonna die. Like to me, that means a lot. You know?
If you have the right people around you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Like, I just say it like that. As long as you have the right people around you. And right now, what I look at with the Seamoss industry, there's a lot of good people in the Seamoss industry that are helping. Yeah, as long as you did.
You know, like, right. My thing is, as long as it's on positive energy and what it's really for, and not all this extra stuff, because there's a lot of extra stuff going on. That'd be like, like, dude, like, I thought we was here to heal people, because I got people with lupus, and they tell me, man, I need my Seamoss, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they need the Seamoss. So that's what I do it for. People with like Crohn's disease and stuff like that. People who got that type of situation going on in their life. Like, that's what I do it for. All this extra stuff, people debating on which one's the best, and you know what I mean? Like, dude, does it help your body?
All Seamoss is good. All Seamoss is good. When there's the agenda behind what you're doing, then it's a problem. Like, all Seamoss is good. Like, I don't know if I ain't had a bad Seamoss. I'm being true with you. The worst Seamoss I had was good.
How's that?
I'm being honest with the worst Seamoss good. I got a baby off of it. Keeping it 100 with you. So it was good. It worked. And so that's why I always tell people, like, I'm not going to debate on what's the best, because I love them all. Like, I love Seamoss in general. And so, because we know what it's doing.
Right.
Like, I know all the works for me.
Yeah.
Like
I like that.
But,
Sorry.
All the Seamoss works for me. Conjures, I love conjures. I love you, King Tony. Like, that's my baby. You know what I'm saying? And I like Glaciolaria as well. For certain situations. Okay, so it's just kind of like there's not one particular strain of green that you like. That, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't want this, sometimes you don't want that if you smoke. It's exactly
right, and that's the thing.
Yeah,
what works for you? What works best for you? You know what I'm saying? What works with your body? What's compatible with your body? You know what I mean? Like, I think people get so caught up in saying which one don't have nutrients, and if it ain't on the rock, it ain't this, it ain't that. But if it's in the sea, man, you think the sea got all the minerals anyway.
Yeah. So, and this is and another thing what I say about the wildcrafting and ocean farm, I would just say is just choose what you want. If you want wildcraft, if you feel a certain way about wildcrafting, that's what you want, just get wildcrafted. However, there's nothing wrong with ocean farm. The reason why I say that is that what other industry right now is nitpicking about somebody farming their food and it not growing wild?
The farming is becoming the natural.
Everything is farmed. I don't know anything that grows wild that we're missing and being so. You get what I'm saying? Like, everything is somebody has planted it. You get what I'm saying? Somebody has tilled that land and made sure that seed is gonna grow a certain way. Like, so what's the difference with Seamoss?
Right.
Somebody's making sure that it's growing a certain way. Like, I'm not understanding. And that's why I say that if somebody's in it for an agenda, because and it's like it feels like we're losing our common sense. And
I feel like some people just want something to talk about, man.
yeah, it's like okay, so we create a lot of confusion and we lose our common sense. Like common sense will tell you that if you get sea moss from salt water, then it's gonna have salt on it. Like I thought that was common sense. Like, you know, my kids will ask me like, that doesn't make sense when they say it doesn't have any salt on it coming from salt water. Like it like that's a kid question. That's my kids are confused when they say that. Like I'm like, you know, now I don't say nothing about it. I'm like, just people are confused. They don't, you know, there's an agenda going on. And that's why I say, well, there's an agenda going on. You're saying that this is bad because of this is bad. Like even, I won't even say that the sea moss that actually that you used to get from Jamaica back in the day was bad when it really wasn't dried the correct way. It just wasn't dried the correct way. I'm not gonna say it's bad. I'm just gonna say it wasn't dried the correct way. But back in that day, guess what? That was the best sea moss that was out.
Right.
We didn't know what good sea moss was until we didn't really know what good sea moss was until and then St.Lucian started drying it a little bit different. And it really started drying so you can get better yield. And that's really what it's all about is the yield. Like, because when it was moist and it was coming and you still had it moist, it was still good. You just didn't get that much. And now, what happens is that these areas are learning how to dry it. And so when it dries and now you're able to get 16 jars, 20 jars out of a pound instead of able to get 5 to 6 jars out of a pound with that old Jamaican. And what are you going to go to? You're going to go to this. I'm trying to get 20 jars. Right. This is dry, but I'm going to get 20 jars. I might as well get this for this price. And that's where the game went.
Yeah.
That's why Congress was wanting for so long. And I started to understand that because their drying process. Like you're getting a whole bunch for a little, you know, they're charging a lot. But the reason why they're charging a lot is because you're getting a whole bunch for that. Like, yeah, let me get a pound. And you think that pound is always, like, you think the pound is like, no, their pound is like a lot. Like, this is a pound of Congress.
And I know what that do when that water hit.
Exactly. So, like, it's a little bit different. And that's the difference than that's what you're paying for. That's the difference that you're paying for with St.Lucian to Congress. You're paying a little bit more because of what you're getting as far as the bulk and how much you're getting as far as how dried out it is.
Right.
Is it more potent? I don't think it's more potent. I just think that you're getting more because it's dried out. Now, a lot of the St.Lucian Seamoss right now that you can get is actually almost dried to perfection, where it's dried too. We're getting, like, really, I actually get more Seamoss off my pound of St.Lucian than I would off that pound of Congress. And that's where, the difference. And that's where the difference is. Even though this looks more, that St.Lucian is going to spend a lot. It's going to make you a lot more gel. Mm-hmm. See, this is only going to spend, but it's not going to spend a lot. It's just a lot of little buds that are going to expand. The St.Lucian is just large streams that expand out. And when those large streams start expanding out, then that's when you start getting. St.Lucian holds more weight. I just put it like that. It holds more weight.
Yeah.
St.Lucian's the best.
I mean, I normally make the St.Lucian more, but you know, I got Condors too, and you know, it take a little more time. Cleaning it, so you gotta have some patience. Yeah, you gotta throw all that stuff out, rinse it like 3 or 4 times, you know. But it is what it is. Like I said, man, people enjoy it, and they say they having some type of benefit from it. Like, that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Like, what are you doing it for? You doing it for your people, doing it for your customers. Like I'll be truthful. I was opposed on getting Congress for a while, and then I was like, well, my customers want condoms, I'm gonna find them some condoms. Just so like, and the thing is that they still take St. Lucian Gold.
Right.
They just like, hey, can you give me some condoms? Yeah, I get some condoms. But like their main thing is St. Lucian. And some are the opposite. Some actually like the condoms. They get the condoms because they've really been on condoms more, but they just don't have St. Lucian because I've had St. Lucian.
Right.
So you gotta go both ways. It's just really what you want.
Right.
I love them both.
Yeah, I mean, I love them both too. Because I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it's beneficial to all parties. You know what I'm saying? So somebody pick it up. You know.
Facts.
You get all the work.
I'm trying.
You gotta go home early. You working fast, you gotta go home early.
Well, I got nothing to do, but I got nothing but time right now. You know what I mean? We're doing the live stream. I would be doing this at home and making a lot of noise, and they'd be complaining to me. I can't sleep, and so.
Yeah, Julien, that what was it? The super dry. I bought 10 pounds of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that yield on that is crazy.
Yeah, that was a yeah. That was a secret low key one. Most people didn't know. The funniest thing though was all the questions I would get, like, "What's the difference between the super dry and the thing?" And I'm like,
"It's not much though. It's not too much different." You know
but
what I mean?
there's nothing different. It's just really dry.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just so dry. Like, you got to handle this stuff with gloves. Oh, I have the gloves, Ricky. Remember I told you I have the gloves where I used to handle the super dry? Here, I'll show you.
That's what I had to make the powder out. I made the powder out of super dry.
Yeah.
Like how you said, I got tons of super dry. So that's what I made the powder out of.
Right. I had about a pound of yours before I bought a pound of Ricky. I mean, a pound of Julien's before. And I mean, I know they're from the same spot, but like, you know what I mean? The super dry, you can tell the difference in that. But, you know, at the end of the day, I'll blend them up together. Don't matter.
These are the gloves I have to use to handle the super dry. Yeah, but they're like thick, like plastic rubber. Like they have a really thick rubber thing on them because they'll stab you. Like I've had really injuries. Yeah. 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 It's not a good feeling. So that's why I have to, at the Royal St.Lucian Seamoss Company, safety is our number one top priority. So. Yeah.
It's hard to, like when you're trying to grab a whole bunch and pull it out, it can go wrong. It can go wrong. But you better know how you grab. I just put it like that.
But we are starting to run out of that super dry. I don't know. I don't know how I can get my hands on some more.
I got a little bit left in this thing. I got like another.
Yeah. But bro, that can go quick, man. Like 1 week, that could be gone.
That's the reason why, I'm put like, I would say 2 months ago, I had like 300.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It goes quick.
I never did what you like. You said, yeah, just sell it. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna turn all in the product. Start going crazy. He's like, no, man, just sell it for cheap. I'm like, no, I'm gonna turn it into powder. You can turn the other part into powder. I'm gonna turn all this into the powder.
what's the process of turning it into powder? Like, how long does it take you to, like,
Okay, so this is the best way to describe it. The powder process is, to me, is like making gel. So, like, I wash it, then I put it in the dehydrator. I usually put it in the dehydrator for like in between 8 to 10 hours. And once I actually get out the dehydrator, I actually grind it into. Okay, so this is 3 pounds of Seamoss, but like what it is that I put in, it's like I put in what is called like a food processor, and it breaks it down even more after I dehydrate it, and then I take this and I put it into my grinder, my hand mill grinder, and so like that's the real process. I tell people it takes. So I'll start morning time, like I'll probably run it tonight, and in the morning time about 8 or 9 o'clock. I'll open it up and take it all out, turn it into stuff like that. Then I'll go downstairs. Once I go downstairs, it takes me about another hour to grind it into the powder form. And that's it. Yeah. So I would say about a half a day.
Yeah, I was looking into one of those grinder machines. Like, well, I was looking to see how much some things cost and stuff, but I don't have, I look for dehydrated powder, But
what I always tell people, if you're gonna start making powder, then you're gonna spend in between $1,000 to $1,200 on the equipment to really for it to go to ready. However, that grinder is like second to none. Like I don't know anybody really. Like when you get the grinder, you get powder. Like that's the difference. But now you're making powder. Now it's that soft powder. Now it's and you see all the results coming back from it. Like when people even look at your powder, like they're amazed. They're like, dang, this is really good powder, because you see a lot of powder and kind of have that powder consistency. Yeah. Like that's what it is. But you know what it is that put it into a food. Matter of fact, I have some. So this is conjures right here. And it's almost when I put in the food processor, because of how it dehydrates, it almost is like it's in a plate. And so that is actually how I see a lot of, like when you see, like I forget the name of the company, but they actually have it on the shelves in stores. And it's the Congress Christmas and it's flake. Like you look at it and it's supposed to be powder, but it's flake. It's in a little jar. And it looks exactly the same. Like, so what they're doing, they're putting it into a food processor, right? They're drying out money in the process, they're turning into little flakes, and then there's something like that.
Right. See, but we want the fluffiness, you know what I'm saying? Like, we want that.
Yeah, we want the fluffiness, we want that hot. Like, I don't like that. Like, I'm gonna drop that in that grind and try that to think of something beautiful. Like that right there ain't beautiful. Yeah, I like my stuff. Like I want to take it.
Yeah. Man, it's just so much you can do with this stuff, bro. This is all the holistic natural remedy stuff. It's mind blowing sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, where I actually sell the Seamoss at, it's like a holistic shop. They got all the herbs, you know what I'm saying? Candles, like incense, like that type of thing, you know what I mean? So people come in there and they grab all that stuff that they need. Like you said, ashwagandha, they got elderberry in there, they got anything you can name, you know what I'm saying? You can make your own tea out of that, you know what I'm saying? All the herbs.
So let me ask you the next question. How many herb spots like that are in the city?
It's probably like maybe I would say maybe at least 3 that I know. 3, that for sure. On top of my head.
So how long does it take that shot?
Maybe like 20 minutes.
Like 10 minutes away from
Nah, it ain't no herb shop like that.
business opportunities.
Saying the herb shop, I could be the herb shop.
Business opportunities. You already see how your stuff is already in there. Like, you know that. And that's why I tell people, it's really easy to get herbs in your shop. Like, it's easy to stock your shelf. Like, ask Julien about the store. So, like, to get the people as far as the connections, as far as with the different businesses that have different products. And that's not the hard part. It's just getting the location and getting this people are gonna come in to start yeah. And as long as your overhead isn't crazy when you start off.
Yeah, it's something I have to look into because, again, like, I've been looking about, like, making teas, and I got a couple people that's, certified herbalists and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? Like, I make Seamoss gel that's based off of certain things, you know what I mean? Lung, whatever. So,
Yeah, that's the rough go. That's definitely rough go, man.
just gotta get it done. That's it.
We working.
Yeah.
Every day. You might see next week, say you put in 16 hours. See, that's what we're trying to get. Like, man, I'm putting 16 hours. I'm putting 16 hours this time go around. Maybe 2,000. You know what I'm saying? Every time you put an extra 8, you make another 1,000.
Yeah.
8 hours equals $1,000. That's some good money, bro. Like that's some good money. Like I'm trying to keep that trying to keep that bigger. Like how you increase the hours, sometimes your money decreases. If you keep on increasing your hours and keep those same figures, man.
Yeah. I mean, the hardest thing for me is just trying to balance that family time, man. Spend time with my son, you know what I'm saying? He's 5, about to be 5, and, so he wants that attention, so trying to keep him on track.
Oh, yeah, I know. Trust me.
It's called sacrifice.
For sure.
And they will be grateful when you have more money and more freedom to spend with them. So
they definitely like when you have more money, more freedom.
My kids never complain when I'm gone. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's supportive of it, but
No, but
all my customers that come through to the house are like, 2 scoops, you know what I mean?
yeah, I get what you're saying though. I'm more being kind of like a dick about it. But I know what you're saying. It's not easy to judge things, but you're gonna have to make some hard decisions at a certain point and think about the future of what it will be like when you don't because you're not gonna have to do this forever. And at least if you plan to not do it forever. Do you know what I mean? Like if you decide, okay, I'm going to do this. Like for me, I'm doing this as long till I get to a point where I can afford to pay someone under me to do the same job. And then I'm going to take a break. And then I have freedom, right? Because freedom is really creating passive incomes, streams of income. You can't start a business and have you run it and then have freedom. You have to have a business and turn it into a passive source. And when I mean passive, meaning it runs without you touching it. So, for instance, that health food store, one of the reasons why I agreed to buy it was because it was completely passive. I only have to show up 1 hour a day to kind of like show my face and make sure that people don't rob the place. You know what I mean? But beyond that, the employees open the store, they close the store, they do the books, they do all that stuff. You know what I mean? If I had to work on that, then it would take away from the Seamoss business, which means something would have to suffer. So you're right. You are, in a sense, making your kids suffer for now, but create a plan and a sort of like an end game. Like, this is what I'm going to get to, and this is what I'm going to sacrifice in order to get to this next step. You know what I mean? And be serious about it. If you love your kids like you say you do, you'll put the time in to make the plan to make sure that you commit to do it. Sorry, I shouldn't put it that way, but you know what I'm saying? Like, think,
I understand what you're saying.
yeah, because obviously you love your kids, whether you do it or not.
It's all about the future.
You don't love your kids enough.
I know what you're talking about.
This is another thing I say, because now conversation, like when I ask my kids what they want to be, none of them will actually tell me that they want to work for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I want to own this. I want this. Oh, we want to be like, we want to do it. Well, I'm gonna own this. I'm gonna own this. I'm gonna own this. Like, it used to be a different. Like, I mean, when I was asking, I want to be. Oh, I want to be a football player. I want to be a doctor. I want. Like, nah, it's like, like I asked my kids, oh, I want to have my own law practice. Like, it's they see it different.
Mm-hmm.
And when you work for yourself, and when you're your boss, they start to say, okay, well, I can be a boss. And so the next part of bossing up is actually what Julien just said. It's like, okay, once I get to a certain point, then I've actually made it to where I can actually hire some people. Guess what? I done bossed up. And that's when they'll start to see the next stage of their life, because now it's different. Now it's okay. How many people can I hire? But I can only hire if I get you another number. I can hire somebody else to get this number. So it's like, okay, so or now I got 10 people. Now you know I'm making money. You know, we get into it. So it's the exact same, and they'll start to see the same struggle. And what happens in our community is that we haven't had that structure to see it happen. And once we have that structure to see it happen, then now we're actually operating in a competitive way. Like, as far as we're not compete. Like, that's all we want to do is compete. And set our kids up to compete. Like, really compete and know what the game is. We set our kids up to say, okay, like I was saying, when I was growing up, we want to do this. However, in saying that, we always knew that somebody owned those companies. Somebody owned those companies, so we were always working for somebody. It's different.
You know, now it's like you would kind of have to have a side hustle or have some type of independent business. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have that to survive. You know, just cutting it on a regular job ain't gonna do it. It's not gonna work.
And we're not naive enough to think that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, what it is, like, we always were naive enough to say that if we had to go and work for somebody, that we're going to be able to achieve our American dream.
Yeah. All we doing is putting money in other people's pockets.
Exactly. However, we got to figure out, you know what? I got to spend some time on what for me, outside of what I'm doing for them. Like, I got to double up. Like, I got to do double because I got to learn from what I'm doing in this position so I can move on to my next position as a boss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And do the exact same thing. Like, that's the best thing that you can learn from a job is how to run a job.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I learned from a job. Like, I never went to a job to be like, okay, I'm just going to, I went to a job to figure out, okay, so how do I run this? How do I run this? Like, okay, so how do I get me one? Like, I went into the hotel industry to learn how to run a hotel. I run a hotel. So I know it operates how long? 365 days a year. 24/7. Hotels don't close. So I got learn how hotel run. When I get to a certain point, I'm buying hotels. Or I'm buying resorts in St. Lucian. You see what I'm saying? But
And I'm gonna sell them to you.
I've done everything in the hotel industry. Yeah, I've done everything in the hotel industry, so I know. So I know the hotel industry. You know, I'm good at making Seamoss because I actually ran a smoothie. I was playing a smoothie for years, and so my background is in mixing. I can make a smoothie with my eyes. I can blend Seamoss. It's just the same thing, really. Once I start breaking it down, like the same way I was making smoothies, I could just do the same thing. And it is very simple.
Especially with the powder, like you can add it like, protein, pea protein, whatever you use, and you just throw it in there. So there's that.
You said we playing Monopoly now. What? Yes, it's definitely a Monopoly. But the game is a long game. That's what it is. Like the game is a long game. If you ain't in it for a long game, then like I've been playing the game for like the last, I would say 40 years of my life. I'd say the last 35 years of my life. So and this is anybody like my age. I'm 44 years old. So when we were growing up, like when I was in between the ages of 7 to 10, you know, what we seen is that crap came into the area and just tore everything up. You know what I'm saying? Now, from that, you seen business. However, you know, you see what's that?
People get locked up for that business.
Exactly. You see a business that was destructive. That's like you see a business like we learned how to do business on a certain scale, but it wasn't anything that nothing helped our community. Like we sometimes we glorify it, but let's just be honest with you, we would have been better off without it. Truthfully, because you get like let's just put it like this. So for one person that became rich, 30 families got destroyed.
Yeah.
So the scenarios don't, and truthfully, we got tricked.
Yeah. I mean, it caused a lot of death.
Yeah, but you understand when it, like, we didn't know what that was. When it came to the community, that's what it was. We just knew that it's kind of like how we're doing Seamoss right now. On a positive side is how they did dope back then. Now, this is my long game. Is that I seen exactly what they did. So me as being a young kid at that time, now I'm that weighs heavy on me. That this is what they did, and we're still trying to come back from it. Like as a whole, we're still trying to come back from it. So why would I take that same type of scenario, that same type of situation that I just seen as a kid, and take it and use it as a positive and do the exact same thing with Seamoss and try to flood our inner cities with some positivity, change the whole entire scenario. See, it's a long game that we're playing. Like, I've been waiting to play this game for 30-something years for a product that, you know what I'm saying, that I could get that rivaled what this was, that destroyed our community. Really, what can we say in the last 30 years that we just like, and we start breaking down numbers wise on how much you can make off of, you take $100 and make $1,000. What product have we had in our community in the last 30 years that we can say that we can do that? Let's really be, like, because I really want to get to the bottom line, because nobody wants to have this conversation. And this is my long game. Like, I've been waiting for this. Like, if you my age, this is like, oh, this is payback. This is like, we about to take it back over. Because they done had it. They done had a stronghold on our streets. So why wouldn't we take it back? Now it's not even, like, they done moved into pharmaceutical pills.
Right.
So now the stronghold got in even further. So the kids of the people that were strung out are now strung out on something different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so when do we take it back? When do we say, okay, let's flood the street with something different? But let's show these kids that, guess what? You can make money the same way that they showed you that you can make money off of something bad, the same way you can make money off of something good. The exact same amount of money. Now it's your choice. You have an option now. Do you want to destroy your community or do you want to build your community? Like,
Mhm.
back then, there wasn't too many options that you could give that mirrored what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what it is, Seamoss mirrors exactly what the dope game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the same thing you can do with that, you can do with this. The same flip is the exact same flip. And so now you have something that mirrors. And so now you have options to say, okay, what do you want to do? You have a choice. You can go this route and help your community and clean your community up, or you can go this route. See, this route, you know, hasn't been working. We haven't got anywhere. A couple people got rich, but most of the people are actually dead or in jail.
Yeah.
You don't go to jail for this. Your mom likes you. Your grandma is wonderful. Your grandma's proud of you now.
Everybody gets proud of you.
You're a pillar in the community.
Yeah.
You the exact same thing.
Bro,
The only thing you did was change your product.
one of the things that like blew my mind the other week was when I was in church and one of the guys, he's an elder, he was giving like a speech. He turns to me, he's like, look at Julien, the businessman. And I'm like, businessman? You know, like, because they don't know all about the Seamoss and all this stuff, but like never before was I referred to as being this businessman. But it's like, oh yeah, maybe I am a businessman, you know. So it's like, yeah,
They see you totally
different. Yeah.
Like the community, like, you know, you can walk around and you can
Hold your head up.
You can be proud. You don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta sneak and do what you're doing. Like, you out there making money front and center.
Mm-hmm.
They can't do nothing to you. See, this is the thing is that right now, the way we make our money, guess what? They can harass us. You change the scenario where if there's nothing but good pumping through the street, then what are you harassing us for?
Mm-hmm.
We sell Seamoss out here. If you harassing the Seamoss, you harassing the Seamoss suppliers, then guess what? You're gonna be looking at you like you harassing them?
Mm-hmm.
You selling health?
That's a bad look.
That's a bad look. We don't sell drugs, we sell health.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I always put that out there. Like that's my long game. Like, you know, I've been on this for a minute. And now that I get a chance to really, really play, oh man, we playing till the wheels fall off. We gonna, like, the best thing about Seamoss is that we got live is that we can flood the community.
Mm-hmm.
I give the community as much as they need. And it's gonna keep on coming.
Yeah.
Yep. It's not gonna stop it. Like, it is like, what are we gonna do with it? Like, we gonna control it like we're supposed to?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is our industry.
It's there. It's not going anywhere. But I say this: if we don't make a move quick, and I don't know, Rick's been saying this a long time. If we don't make a move quick, then there are people that are going to start coming in and trying to dominate the industry. A lot of people that have deep pockets are looking at Seamoss now. You know what I mean? And the sooner we kind of like network and work together to kind of like create you know, like a foundation that's already there, when they come, they're almost like they're going to have to play with us in order to compete. You know what I mean? Because we hold too much of the space and we control the market. Whereas if we're not sort of working together, or we're too busy fighting with each other over like the little details, whose CMOS is better and that, then these guys are going to come in and wipe us all out with some tests. Think about that. The only thing that's separating these guys from saying who's who and what's what is a few tests. What's going to happen when these guys do the test?
Hair products is starting to incorporate CMOS in their products. You know what I mean? Like that's the main attraction to their product now. It's a CMOS line.
So the thing is that what I will tell you is that this has been going on for a while. Like there's been CMOS in a lot of products that we never knew that was in there.
But they never highlighted it.
Well, no, they.
I know why, because it was always their secret ingredient.
Yeah.
Like they didn't want to highlight what it is, that they didn't want nobody to know what their ingredient as far as what they were using to. Like when you look at a lot of these major products, and if you always know how to read labels, the thing that's at the top is what's in it the most.
Carrageenan.
And always is seaweed extract. And they won't, like, a lot of times they get real slick and they won't even put what type of extract it is. They're just like, they won't say it's a carrageenan. They'll just put seaweed extract. They don't want you going to figure out what they put in it. Like that's the biggest game. Like I learned that from a lady, an esthetician, that actually I still talk to her to this day. She said that she was dealing with a lady that had a major company, and she went in there and asked the lady, okay, so I see that you're putting CMOS in it. Let me know your supply. And the lady snapped and said, she said, I'll kill you before you figure out who I get my. And the lady said, ding, 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 ding. I knew that what it was. Because it went off on her about trying to find the CMOS supply that she was using. And she started working with the lady, and she started figuring out the situation. And she's actually played around with so much CMOS that I gave her. Like, she's done a kimchi on it and everything. Like, she's done dissected it down. Like, no, really, like, she done dissected it down to the last molecule. Like, she done, like, scraped her skin. She worked at a med spa. And so she would do all types of, like, she would do all types of stuff to her skin and then put it on there to see how long it would take. Like, when I used to talk to her, it was like talking to somebody that, like, I didn't know what she was talking about. It sounded good. Like, I was all in. I was like, whatever you want to do, I'll make it. Like, what do you need? You need CMOS? I gotta give you CMOS. And that's the reason why I had to start making powder. Because she said that it would be easier for her to do it in the powder form. So that's another reason why I started making powder, specifically because of her.
See, I started like experimenting with the CMOS and like hair products and spray bottles, you know what I'm saying, and putting it in my hair and stuff. You know, because of course it say it make your hair grow, you know what I mean? So
yeah, it thickens the hair.
It definitely makes sense. Like it's a dense product that's packed with nutrition. That's the best way to describe it. Like, it's a product that's really dense that's packed with nutrition.
Yep. And it does so much.
We definitely like mad scientists around here.
Oh yeah. You don't even know that hat.
And bro, you know what's crazy? I was just thinking about this. Like, the amount of stuff that the CMOS can kind of fix or ail and stuff like that is ridiculous. And you remember you were saying before about how we're pricing this thing too low? We're like really pricey. Like, there's like in the store that I have, there's people that come in and we have like a probiotics section where it's just these little jars with probiotics and it's for like gut health and all kinds of stuff. Like, one of these vials is like $60, $70 for some of them. Do you know what I mean? And this thing barely lasts them a month, and they'll buy two of them. And I'm just like, holy shit. Like the amount of stuff that they're buying, I'm just like, oh my god! Like, what is the cost on this? I gotta start making this stuff.
You know what? I think, really what I think it is that right now, yeah, I think we do have it priced a little bit under. However, what's going to happen is, and just like the probiotics, is that people are going to be able to come in and really take Seamoss to a whole nother level. And those products are going to be the ones that you see, the little small products, but you're going to get the maximum out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And with that maximum being out of it, yeah, it's supposed to cost you $60-some.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would be the going price of what it should be. And then it's just bad to say it that, and this is where it gets to be the tricky part about it, is that, like Julien was saying, it takes tests. It takes people doing tests and people doing major money experimentation. Based on history, we don't have a lot of money to do experimentation like that, or we don't have somebody that has a lot of money that backs experimentations of that nature. So it's really hard for us to find a situation where we can take it to that next scaling level.
Need some black scientists, man.
I think it's more than black scientists. It's some black capitalists that understand what you're doing and say, okay, well, let's go ahead and fund this project.
That's what they need. Someone that's willing to put some money behind it and, you know what I mean, advance it and stuff.
So you can get some black scientists to really do it.
For sure.
You get what I'm saying? So that's the thing, is that that's what we need. It's just, but I think now that, and this is a crazy thing, that I just look at certain things that's going on. You know who's, like, you gotta get somebody like a Shaquille O'Neal or somebody like that. Like, those are the ones that are actually helping fund stuff right now. Like, you get, and sorry to say, somebody like a Will Smith.
Well, look at Kevin Hart. He's in the Seamoss now.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Like, you have to get somebody of that nature too, because it's not really money people that we really think about now. It's entrepreneurs like that are usually basketball players that are trying to figure out how to expand their portfolio. You know what I'm saying? They get that one investment that they can make. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? We got a risky investment for you. And that's what they'll call it.
I should actually hit up some people and see if they're interested in doing a deal. You know, I'm gonna do something. It's gonna be like a Hail Mary.
Yeah,
So
Kanye's always a good person, you know, because he likes to push the envelope.
But check this out. So you know who Tristan Thompson is, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So his mom goes to my church. Like, I'm friends with his mom. I've known her for like 6-7 years. I know his brothers and stuff like that. I used to get invited to, he does like a fundraiser he has a son. He has a younger brother that has epilepsy. And so he does a fundraiser. So I've met him a few times and stuff. And I don't know. I'm going to ask her. I'm just going to say, hey, you know what I mean? Seamoss is big. Mention it to your son if he's interested. I'm one of the biggest guys in Seamoss. Let's see if we can make something happen. You never know.
Like, you know, and that's the thing is that right now, I think Seamoss is piquing everybody's interest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it could be a matter where he's probably working on it, trying to find something, and then it's like, you know, yeah, I would think. Where's Drake at? Yeah, I gotta hit up Drake. I actually know some people that are pretty close to him and The Weeknd. because I used to have a buddy of mine. He ran a skate shop downtown in Toronto, and they all used to hang out. His skate shop was like the after hours at night, so he would have parties there late at night, and you know what I mean, like fucking chicks everywhere and kind of shit and stuff. And so the weekend, and those guys used to always come through because he was like the dope underground skate shop. You know what I mean? And what was my point in telling you that? Yeah, maybe I'll go chat to him and say, hey, go see who's interested in CMOS. You never know. Like, to me, it's like you either get a yes or you get a no. You know.
That's it.
And I'm not afraid of getting no's. I'm happy to get a no, because then that takes out all the mystery.
Yeah, at least you gave yourself an option.
That's it. I tried. Okay, didn't work. Next. Actually, I'll tell you an interesting story. I used to have a buddy of mine. So back in the days, I used to throw parties, like fucking ridiculous, insane. Like, you ever seen that movie Project X?
Yeah.
Like Project X level parties. Like every year I would have a party that would last like 3 days. Cops would get called, all kinds of shit. Like I was like the cops were like my friends because they would show, hey, what's up, guys? You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Had DJ with smoke machine, bubble machine, you know what I mean? So the girls at the party was like 4-to-1 chicks or something, or 5 to, it was like a ridiculous ratio. I used to have a buddy of mine, and he was like a nerd, but he would get laid at every party. And he told me what his secret was, is he would walk up to every girl and say, hey, you want to fuck? Hey, you want to fuck? Hey, you want to fuck? He said, guaranteed by the end of the night, someone said yes. And so I would watch him at this party going up to chicks and literally be like, hey, you want to fuck? And then finally you would see him leave with one. So whenever I think about rejection and numbers and stuff like that, I think about him and what he did. Yes, because all you need is one. Yeah. But that's what it is. Even when I'm selling a house, that's what I tell my like clients. I say, oh, we only need one guy to say yes. So let's just work on getting as many people as we can to see it. And as long as one person says yes, we win. You know what I mean? But lucky for us in the CMOS business, most people are saying yes. Most people you show it to, they will say yes. Guaranteed, you give them a taste and let them try it. You know what I mean? Or a sample or 2-day sample, hooked. You know what I mean? So, yeah. You gotta get out there and get the, it's a numbers game. It's a total numbers game.
Oh, get on the promotion on it.
Yeah. But some of it's, listen, some of it's even just easy where you just got to hit people up on DMs. That's how I got started that's where I made my first sales. I literally spent a week, 6 hours a day, messaging people. Hey, you want to buy CMOS? I got CMOS. You want to buy CMOS? Hey, it was even a copy and paste where I just, even now, if my business is slow, I get on the Instagram and I have a copy and paste script where I hit everybody up. The Asians do it. All those guys from Thailand, like, many of those guys hit me up like every day. I get like 10 of them from Vietnam asking me to buy CMOS.
They're like clockwork.
But this is the thing. They only need one guy to say yes. Who cares about all the guys that say no? You know what I mean? It doesn't matter.
That's how a lot of scammers work.
Yeah.
They only need once they tap into somebody's account, they only need one more person.
That's it.
Go to the next account.
Yeah. Just boom.
That's their income.
Yeah. So
That's bad.
You should almost be literally to everybody you see, hey, you want to try some CMOS? Hey, you ever heard of CMOS? Hey, you ever heard of CMOS? You ever heard of CMOS? And guaranteed, out of 100 people, 5 will probably say, yes, I want some CMOS. You know what I mean? And, you do that maybe 10 hours a day, every day. How much CMOS are you going to sell? Probably a lot. I don't know. It's got to start somewhere, though. You know what I mean? You got to put the time in it. That's like, yeah, like if I look at the number one reason why people are not successful is that they're not putting the time, or they're not being what's the word I'm looking for? They're not being honest with themselves as to the amount of time that they're putting in. They're putting in 5 hours and trying to convince themselves that they put in 50. Do you know what I mean? And then they're like, why is I'm getting no results? It's like, well, what did you do all day? You know what I mean? Yeah, sure, you did 10 hours of work, but 8 hours of it was fiddling around on Instagram. You know what I mean? That's not work. You can't expect results for that, you know? Hey, Khaled says, what's up? I don't know if he's still here. He was messaging for a second and then he's gone. Khaled, he was on the Facebook group. I don't know. I think he's gone though, because it's showing that no one's watching. Well, what it is. I liked actually that we started earlier today. You know what I mean? I think I'm going to start even earlier.
You know, the funny thing was, I was gonna get off early, but I was like, let me wait for him to come back.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That's what it was for, though. I was gonna wait for him to come back. I was like, you know what? I know he's coming back. Like I already knew you was gonna come back, so I appreciate that. So.
Oh, we would have trolled you if you didn't come back.
Yeah.
I couldn't let y'all do that. You know, I watch this channel too much to you hear my name get clowned.
Yeah. Don't be like Mo's Potion. Yeah.
Right.
We have been on.
Yeah.
It's official now.
Yeah. That's it. No more talk.
Congratulations, man.
You know?
Sometimes it's the small stuff that mean a lot.
Yeah, y'all put the battery in my bag.
No, good, man. And anytime you need a charge, just hit us up, man, and we'll talk on this because it's, you know what I mean? Like I said, it's so much easier to go and approach this when you have someone that's kind of done it and said, it's okay. You're not going to fuck it up. You know what I mean? And you're not. You know what I mean? You put the time in, you put some thought into it, you will do fine. If you want to cut corners and try and just do it just laissez-faire, you know what I mean? Oh, I'll do this, then yeah, okay, it's not going to work. You know what I mean? It's going to take you longer. You'll get there, but it's going to take you longer to get to where you're going to go. You need to go, or where you want to go.
Right.
Yeah. So.
We played. You started on some, man. I was supposed to make something.
Yeah, man, I think I'm about to go down to this basement and grind out for about a good couple hours. Try to get to sleep by about 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Yeah, we should kind of
zone out. You know, I'm about to get on this pot and zone out. Like I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got like 15 pounds. I got.
Yeah, it is drawing a close, and I'm like done all my orders, pretty much, and I got to go to sleep because I got to get up and get right back and go to the store tomorrow. I've been working in the store.
It was a pleasure again.
Every day.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. And like I said, I ain't gonna let y'all down, man.
Yeah, man. Be looking out for that, man. It'll be to you about 2 or 3 days.
Oh no, bro. You know what? You know what? Sorry, finish what you were saying, Rick.
No, go ahead. I'm done.
I'll say this: you can't let us down. You've taken the initial step that, like, we're already. At least I am. I'm proud of you of what you've done and what you accomplished, and I know that just this experience alone is enough to give you enough fire to kind of build that desire to get where you go. And if you do, Wayne, call us. You know what I mean? Like, there is going to be no letting down because we're always going to be there to like catch you. You know what I mean? In a sense. So as long as you're committed to staying committed, then you're going to be successful. I guarantee it. I promise you that.
You got people around that are gonna hold you
Yeah.
accountable.
Everything happens for a reason, and this whole night was for a reason. Think about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Thanks again, man. Like I said, I'm speechless. That's love right there. Yep.
No problem, man. It is. It feels good. It's a nice warm feeling. You know what I mean? I'm happy for you.
Always.
All right, now.
Another wonderful Sunday night discussion, man. I appreciate y'all as always.
Yeah, thank you. I always love doing this. This is part of the reason why I do this, to have these warm, fuzzy feelings at the end of the night. So,
yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna holler at you this week because we gotta do the Seamoss break.
Yes, we got to get on. You know what? Really, truly, the community needs this directory. It does. Seriously, because guys like him, where he can now sort of put out his advertising and show people, okay, here I am in the community. It all even helps legitimize people's businesses. It just gives them one more avenue to promote. You know what I mean? And drive traffic.
Yep.
So
yeah, that's what I'm on. I see it now. That I done kind of got over the other stuff that I had.
Mhm.
Now I got something new, so let's go ahead and see my direct. Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
All right, man. I'm gonna holler at you.
All right, take care.
Yeah.
Bye. Wow, what a wicked night. Great conversations, and this is actually part 2. So if you have a chance to go back and see part 1. I'm filing all these in the IGT folder under CMOS Talks, and there's a lot of them. So if you really like this kind of the CMOS talk here, I encourage you to go back and check out the other ones. You can also find a lot of these videos on YouTube. If you search St.Lucian CMOS, you'll see our channel coming up, and then also on the CMOS Buyers Club, and then on our St.Lucian CMOS page itself. I mean, go check us out on all the stuff. We always sharing information, always sharing our knowledge. And if you need some help or a kick in the ass, or a boost in your battery or whatever, come join us on a Sunday or a Wednesday. You know what I mean? And we'll work with you to help. I guess just change the perspective, change the mindset, so that you know what I mean, you can eliminate sometimes these mental roadblocks that we put in front of ourselves. All right, and with that said, I gotta get home, man. It's 12:30. I can't believe I'm still at the warehouse. I'm gonna get home, get some to eat, and yeah. So you guys all have a great night, and as always, don't forget to take your CMOS. Take care. That's right. Don't forget to take your CMOS. See you, everyone.